Oh. I was curious why my camera is not working. Because I'm stupid. We are... Wrong thing, that was me. We're watching this. Which is... Ignore that it's 7.5 hours. Chat, that's not important. Well, it is important and I'll be killing my moderator for that. But I... What the fuck was that sound? I need my life. Working. Yes, we are. Do not ask me why the Type-C is not Type-C, chat. That is beyond me. But anyway, without further ado, let's go to video because it's 7.5 hours.
Clickbait, nor is it an exaggeration. I mean it. The web series I am covering today is, in my opinion, the greatest ever created. At least in my subjective opinion, the Interloper ARG created by the channel Anamade has raised the bar to a standard I don't see being topped for a very long time. As my tribute to the series, this video will attempt to critically analyze the series and its complex mysteries from the very beginning all the way to the very end. I have made various other videos on this subject before, but if you're a new viewer, don't worry. It doesn't matter if you're an expert on the subject or someone who didn't know what interloper...
Shut up, YouTube. Before I forget, this is the link for the video. If you want to watch it, it's only 7.5 hours, so go and do that. And then you can come back if I'm still live, but I will not be. You can continue watching the stream.
Ago. This video will be a cohesive watch no matter how much context you have about the series.
I need 7 hours. It's everything but cohesive. I'll forget what you were talking about.
Older videos. I've completely updated all of my coverage of the series to correct outdated theories, as well as completely refresh my early coverage of the series. As always, please experience the Interloper series for yourself the way its creator intended. Not experiencing it for yourself is to do yourself a disservice. At any point in this video, I encourage you to click off and go watch the series for yourself on a...
To experience the series the way the creator intended. To not experience the series. And then he pauses there. That would be a great sentence.
Nomi's channel. And come back when you've finished. This video isn't going anywhere, and I won't hold a grudge. I promise. With that said,
I will though.
Strap in.
Sit your ass down, chat, and watch the video. Thank you.
Static image in.
Okay, I'm not dealing with that shit. One moment, chat. I need to do some magic.
This is not clickbait.
Damn, magic happened.
Loper AR attempt to critic. But if you're a new viewer, don't
Bing
worry.
bong. Bing bong. It's only... What do you mean it's bing bong time? That's a relatively short video. Mint, I will stab you with this. What do you mean 7.5 hours? We'll be watching that 3 times. Literally. Or I guess for 3 streams. By the way, streams means 3 weeks, because I react once a week. Did you see the Greatest ARG Urge video? Oh no, I didn't see it. Where? Where is it? Ah, found it. We can see it first. It's only 2 minutes.
There is a lot of content that Larian just did not include in the
How
final
dare
release
they?
of Baldur's Gate 3. There's a myriad of epilogues, there's tons of different romance choices, but I think I found perhaps the most disgusting and disturbing thing that they absolutely should have cut out. So this particular ending, this epilogue,
Ooh,
occurs
Jesus.
after you've beaten the game as the Dark Urge, where you embraced your
By the way, we will not be doing that. Beating the game of the Dark Urge, I mean. I'm getting my form or powered kill, and then I'm fucking over Bao or Ballas or whoever, whatever his name is in this universe.
To become his champion, become Ball himself, and run the world. If you do that in game, you get a scene that essentially indicates, you know, things are not going to work out for you. He's still here. What was cut is much more sinister. Basically, the premise is that because of that, Ball wants you to create an army and wants you to have sex with animals to create Ball spawn, and you become essentially...
I don't think that will work, though. Biologically, that ain't gonna work, bruh. I don't know if Bao is stupid, or I just hate him that much. Honestly, both, based on what the fuck his plan was in the game. Sorry. How is he expecting that to work when you're combining whatever your character's urge is, mine is a human, plus a fucking animal? Bao, are you stupid?
his sex slave. So again, pretty disturbing. Hope you enjoy.
As you awaken, your naked form aches with the exertions of coupling. As effusions mingle with the cesspool around you, your lover sleeps yet. The urge has congealed in your mind and made of you a beast, a feral carcass with but a twitching knife arm. Val has use left for you. Following your failure, a new duty swelled within you. Sire,
Okay, I do not like that.
Spawn and set them upon
If someone's gonna survive, I prefer me not seeing it. That's why we never met Karlak in here.
Mission came the power to commune with the beasts. Your memory of last night's act is absent. In the moment of mounting, your mind empties.
There's no cutscene, by the way. Oh, I know. They made only the... I guess the dialogue, they've not reached the point of making it into a cutscene before they cut it out, I would assume.
Only of Baal, the Gnoll's rump seemed to become his temple's grave.
Don't watch the cutscene. I don't think I want to, so don't worry.
Baal demands the birth of a horde on your back in your septic.
Oh no, I know. They're all evil.
50 a night, it would still not.
And we're doing none of them.
Thus you shall spend the rest of your days rutting. The lash of father's disappointment, the only thought in your rat's mind. What delights will you plumb next?
Look how happy he is, though.
Wargs, carrion crawlers. Thus you shall spend the rest of your
I think he has a
days
parasite in
rutting.
his eye.
The lash of father's disappointment.
Actually, who actually fucking enjoying that playthrough? I can see you. One moment, I'm hot. It's relatively hot outside. I can see playing the game as the Dark Urge to see new content. I understand that. Ow. I can see someone playing as the Dark Urge to see the new content. I'm fine with that. That's normal. Who the fuck is enjoying that? Actually, genuine question. No joking here. Who the fuck is enjoying that bullshit? If you are, raise your hand. There is a funny playlist. Mint, lobotomize them.
In your rat's mind.
So let me like the video. Thank you for showing me, sir.
Rest of your days rutting.
Yeah, back to the ARG. Like in Undertale, I don't enjoy genocide, but my curiosity gets... Oh, no, I understand that. I completely understand that. I am curious enough to check it. I don't think I'm sadistic enough to see what happened. Like you saw, Chad, because I saved the Grove my first playthrough, I could not destroy them this one. Just couldn't. So I killed everyone else.
Doesn't matter if you're an expert on the subject or someone who didn't know what interloper was.
The thing is, if I didn't save or, I guess, get to know, to some extent, the characters from the Grove, I would have butchered them. One by one. Not the children. There is something about that irks me quite a lot. Literally the reason I never... Oh, hell no. I enjoy violence in video games. I do not enjoy senseless violence. Like, I don't think the children in the Grove deserved what Minerva, or whatever her name was, made me do when I cleared the Grove in the first time. Also, genocide is good if you kill all of them. Or everyone. Every single person on the planet. Because like Stalin said, if there are people, there is a problem. If there are no people, there is no problem. So if there are no humans on the planet, there is no problem. That includes me. I do not like humans, chat. No, I like humans. I don't like people. I don't like society. In general. I'm still keeping away from games like Undertale and One Shot. What is One Shot? I've heard the name, I think. Also, I don't think I will enjoy Undertale. Way too much reading. Maybe in the future, not yet. Ow!
5 minutes ago. This video will be a cohesive watch no matter how much context you have about the series. And for my returning viewers, please know that this video is not just a recap of my older videos.
Yeah, it's 8 hours.
All of my coverage of the series to correct
like generally, because I don't think I'll be playing Undertale. What is Undertale about? Like in a general senses, like 2 or 3 sentences. I guess this. Description. My cats are doing bullshit.
As well as completely refresh my early coverage of the series. As always, please experience
do you want the
Interloper
yes.
series for yourself the way its creator intended. Not experiencing it for yourself is to
Interloper
do
is
yourself a disservice.
deeply. Interloper. Oh no. We'll be watching the video. I love ARGs, and I'm curious to see what that is. I want the TLDR on Undertale though. Because I don't think I'll be playing the game.
At any point in this video, I encourage you to click off and go watch the series for yourself.
You stop making me watch the series and
come
start
back when
talking
you're
about it.
This video isn't going anywhere, and I won't hold a grudge. I promise. With that said,
Thank you, sir.
strap
Boss,
in
did I like the video?
and
Yes.
enjoy the show.
Also, let me
If you're looking for a
we'll
fun
see if we enjoyed the
digital
video.
world where you
Someone placed a mole. Mole on a valve. And use it to do things, some of which are espionage. What? Someone placed a mole on Valve. Oh, Valve, the Steam, like the Valve, the company. Okay, I was like, what?
aren't going to be hunted by malicious entities.
I was curious why
Allow me
we're
to
seeing so much of the
introduce you to
Source
main
characters.
sponsor, Tier, an upcoming sci-fi tank warfare game prize ambushes. So
Yeah, thank you. Now, the TLDR on Undertale, please. I'm curious what it is about. I was curious what... Oh, the Half-Life. Thank you, Saribot. Appreciate that. Interloper. Interloper? Something is wrong with Half-Life. But I don't like Half-Life because I prefer my characters to have a full life, not just to play a half game.
Ravenholm,
Sorry,
the most
couldn't
macabre,
resist.
unsettling, and downright creepy chapter in all of
Undertale is child fall into the underground filled with monsters, ends up becoming G friends. Oh, okay, that doesn't sound that bad. Let me guess, you can genocide all of the monsters. Unfortunately, you also have the choice to do the Dark Urge of the monsters. Oh, damn. I mean, depending how Undertale presents the monster, if I can spend some time, I guess, knowing the monsters, I will not do such a thing.
Half-Life lies a strange
It makes me
secret.
feel iffy.
Within an alleyway, upon a wall, a strange piece of graffiti can be found. The artwork is of a man holding an umbrella. This is not the only
satellite.
place this graffiti can be found.
Well, to be honest, that looks more like a satellite than an umbrella. Like he's holding one of the antennas, and at the back is the solar panel that's charging the satellite.
A variation of the same one can be found elsewhere in the game, but this version, found in the alleyway, is very different.
Oh, but it has a
The
head.
umbrella
Do you know
is-
how much cooler it would have been if he was holding the umbrella, and instead of a head, there was just nothing? Like he's just holding the umbrella, and the body's positioned in such a way that looks like it's staring at you. Yes.
Only a silhouette, entirely blacked out. The first discovery of the Ravenholm Umbrella Man dates back to 2005.
Hey, the Ravenclaw umbrella. Also, I just noticed. Nope, wrong button. Those are comments. We need subtitles. I would like, one moment, chat. I would like a little bit bigger subtitles. I don't think I can increase them in size. Yeah, I can't. Bullshit. One shot is the game where you. If you leave the game, you kill the protagonist. Damn. Widow guy with cat ears. Aww. You have the choice to save the world or free Nico. Choosing one will leave you out of the other. Wow. I mean, technically you have only one shot, but if it's on PC, I would assume there are options to replay the game or to glitch it in certain way. Oh, I've seen that. I didn't know this. He's from Latin. Damn, Nico. I've seen that. Didn't know it's from that game. He's adorable.
Where users on a Half-Life 2 gaming forum would document their experiences discovering it.
Big bad Wolfie.
Anyone see that weird graffiti in Ravenholm? It's in the beginning.
Chad, how can I make the subtitles bigger? Whoop, not that. There we go. Not entirely sure the sub. There we go.
Parts in the dark alley parts.
You can glitch the
Very
game, but
creepy, if you ask me. Is this a glitch or what? And
Made
when you walk
backups.
up to
Oh,
it,
hell yeah.
There's a weird noise. Is this a G-man?
In the alley in the intro?
Oh, it's a cute bug. Kill it immediately. I don't like those bugs from Half-Life. They look creepy. Udo Hooker worm. Oh,
The dark one or the one with the light in it?
okay.
I checked both and didn't see anything.
That's a cool
While
idea.
we begin his exploration.
I mean, you can always get it done. Fuck, I forgot the word on another PC. My brain farted, and then do the other shot. But
into the
yeah, I
graffiti
see what you
anomaly
mean.
On November 11th,
You have only one shot.
2021.
Do
Just
whatever
as
you
the forum
need,
users
or
discovered,
want, I guess, in the
Umbrella
game.
Man graffiti is right where it
Nothing
was
more,
said to
nothing
be.
less.
On its own, this
One
strange
try.
feature of the map is nothing more than an aesthetic anomaly. There's no secret door it unlocks, no secret button inside of it that gives you the naked G-Man model. Nothing. While slightly interesting, this Umbrella Man is nothing more than a PNG. However, even
Bingy.
though this graffiti isn't hiding anything in-game, when peering outside
Is
the
there-
boundaries of the map, things get a bit more interesting. Enter the hammer
If you
editor.
don't know,
The hammer
what you're
editor
doing, you
is
might
the
break your
program
PC.
used
Jesus.
For creating and editing maps for Source Engine games. By examining the Ravenholm alleyway... in the
Someone
Hammer
really wanted to make a... Oh, do not. The trash bin. Wow. I mean, you technically can if I destroy my hard drive. Good luck bringing those files back. I mean, I would need to get a new hard drive, but... Tomato, potato.
editor, Adobe discovered
almost
that
took
the
my
Umbrella
ashtray.
Man graffiti was hiding something under the surface. The image is heavily corrupted. The source of this corruption can be found by
Damn.
converting the file of the decal into text and scrolling
Ah, Warframe Void Tongue, of course.
through it. Eventually, Anomi discovers an anomaly among the code. A message. One hidden away by a
Also, Mint, I
valve-
recommend you checking a video about Warframe's lore. I think you really enjoy the lore of Warframe. I don't, not entirely sure about the gameplay of Warframe, because it's quite a lot of grinding and repeating of missions. But the lore and story of Warframe is gold that I recommend it. Ooh, Jesus.
developer intended for a person named JJ. For JJ. Console, interlope. Unknown command, interlope. Console,
Wait, wasn't one of the Walking Dead, like Telltale Games character named JJ? I think one of the child was called JJ. I just want to show you. Open registry editor. Okay. I don't like what I'm gonna do. Just checking if you can see it. No, you can't. Yes, I know what the registry editor is. I've been here a couple of times. I once bricked my PC extremely hard. I was basically blue screen, and every single time I tried to do anything on the PC, like I turn on the PC, blue screens, and then it goes into a cycle of restarting. I had to use the CMD from the starting screen to delete and move folders and files for me to unbrick my PC. I do not want to repeat that again. But I know what the registry editor is. I've been here. I tend to not like to touch shit in here because it's spooky. If I'm to me too, let's go. I don't know what I did, but it like everything was fine. And then I turned my PC next day, and it was went into booting, reached the login screen of Windows, and then it blue screened, restarted, reached the login screen of Windows, blue screen, and then it repeated that. Oh, it was so fun. I had to watch, basically 7 or 8 hours of me googling and watching YouTube videos of how to do shit in the CMD of the, like, without me turning on the PC fully. I don't want to do it again. You smart people do it. I don't want to deal with that again.
Poll 27,015. Across the history of video
Null.
games, messages such as this have been discovered before. A prime example is the
Bioshock.
original Bioshock. In that game, by
Bioshock
following a
and
series of
bioing
up to
them?
steps, a player can access a hidden message from one developer to another.
But if you can read this, Paul Heliquist did not do his job. Love. Klein. But yeah, one shot Fondos without trying to and hide it. Like, god
This secret
damn.
flew under the radar for years.
I will not
Now
be
it
touching
seems
that game with a
Adobe is
10-foot pole though.
uncovering something very similar for himself. It appears this JJ person had an inside man at Valve sneak him this message from under the company's nose. Whatever this message entails, it's something that Valve
Mint, is that an official Valve ARG or fan-made?
doesn't want getting out. The second thing of note is that the message is telling JJ to
Well,
use a
just in
set
case, I will
of
not be
console
touching the game.
commands. The developer console is a tool that can be accessed in source games that allow the user to type in certain commands that affect the game state.
Acknowledged by Valve, made
For
by fan.
example,
Oh,
you can
hell
type a
yeah!
clip into the console to gain the ability to fly
I mean,
through
similar
walls.
to Black Mesa, I think. Black Mesa is also a fan-made, but Valve gave them permission to... I think it was Black Mesa. Yeah, gave them permission to use the Source engine and things from previous games. So hell yeah,
You
Valve.
can use the console command to get infinite ammo, load up a certain map, make yourself invincible, even do whatever the hell this is. The sky is the limit, really. The console command in the Umbrella Man message is interlope. This particular command is completely unheard of in the source game community. It shouldn't even exist. Regardless, Anomi attempts to use the interlope command in-game, and the impossible happens. Did you see that?
No, I was drinking water, sorry.
The impossible
No.
happens.
I will loaded something. And we spin and then we
you
crashed,
see
I
that?
think. But yeah, from my understanding of interloper lore, someone Valve made something. That something was as bad as the Carnival COD from Inscription. Jesus. And then some James Bond as villains fondled with it. Oh, I also like fondling with stuff. Mainly sorry.
Congratulations and welcome.
Who said
Please
that?
enter with
Damn.
caution. You are not
Horny
welcome here.
motherfuckers.
The definition of the word interlope is to become involved in a place or situation.
Verb interlope. Interlope. To become involved in a place or situation where one is not wanted. Oh. Or is considered not to belong. Okay.
Where one is not wanted or is considered
What, that's in
not to
Bulgarian?
belong.
Genuinely have no idea. I've not even thought about it. Let me Google it actually. I'll need this. Mainly because my brain is currently in English mode, so oh, natrapnik basically. Which natrapnik means literally the same someone that should not be there. Was that in Bulgarian? Was that in Portuguese? Good question. Wait, my languages are in Bulgarian. There we go. Portugalski. Intrusa. Oh, similar. Oh well, as similar as it can be in Portuguese. In female. Fuck. Female is intrusa. Male is intruso. Which we have the same in Bulgarian. For female, it would be natrapnička. For male, it would be natrapnik. But natrapnik can be used for both. But in Portuguese, it's intrusa and intruso. I'm also probably mispronouncing both of them. Intruder. I mean, interloper is basically the same. It's someone being somewhere that they do not belong or are not welcome. So, intruder and interloper, I think, are synonyms. Not Portuguese. I'm typing in the wrong language. Come on, Google AI. Speak to me. An intruder refers to someone who illegally or unlawfully enters a physical space, such as a home or property, without permission. An interloper is broader. It describes someone who meddles, interferes, or enters a space or social situation where they do not belong or are not wanted. So basically, one is more of I guess the commonly used, which is intruder. I have an app extension that moves Google AI. I like Google AI, but I always go and check the sources because I do not trust it. But it's a good thing that shortens the information. Yeah. Intruder is someone who is in place or situation where they're not wanted, which is basically the same. But I would assume it's the more how to say it, the more, yeah, I would assume they're relatively synonyms. So no, I just hate it. Why so? Fine, Clanker. Well, I don't hate AI. I hate how the company's like, we're not gonna do the sensible thing. We're just gonna use water and more water. By the way, based on what I know, based on what I know, water cooling on the AI is the worst way of cooling it. I don't know what the best way is. I just heard water cooling is the worst one, but it's the cheapest.
By accessing these commands, Anomi
The water
has
thing.
become an interloper, an outside.
Well, oh, my leg. Ignore my knee. Well, I'm pretty sure the water problem of the data centers are worse than the heat, at least so far. But I see it. I see what you mean.
Interfering into
I mean, wait, why are you against the heat? Shouldn't you be quite used to it? I mean, nothing will change. I mean, it might get worse, but what's new about that?
world where he does not belong and is not welcome. For a brief moment, the player character loads into a map, flails about for a moment, and is kicked out back to the main menu. What you just saw is a demo recording. Among the various console commands available to use in source games are demo commands. When the command record is used, a user's gameplay will begin to be recorded. The recording stops when the player uses the stop command, after which a file will be generated onto your computer. You can replay the demo you
But for me, I hate generative AI. I do not like it.
recorded anytime.
It's lacking the human in the art, where I don't even mean so because I don't believe in so. It lacks the how to say it, the human, not intuition. That's not the word. The human brain for the art, because even if you're drawing abstract art, you're pouring whatever your feelings and I guess thoughts of the certain subject are, and you can somewhat deduct what the person was feeling and thinking of that time through the art, which AI cannot do. It's kind of lacking that. It has come to a point where the sun gained the perk ignores resistances to fire. Jesus Christ.
Followed by the name of the demo file recording. What's strange about what we've just seen is that
I don't think I'll survive in the Philippines.
Demo.
I'm gonna die there.
The file to run this demo on their computer. This flailing demo was generated using the interlope console command. And after the demo plays, the file for the demo is...
honestly, it's currently like between 20 and 25 degrees outside. I'm fucking burning. Let's not get banned, but I have nothing under that hoodie thingy-majig, and it's extremely thin and breathable. I'm losing it. But my door or window left of me, right of me, decisions, are not open because Jesus fucking Christ. Are not open because my neighbors are gonna kill me if they hear me yelling like that. Just saying, kept Cassie $1 no, but stop it.
PC. This is not a one-time
Honestly,
occurrence.
generally, it's not as hot as last year. Like, weather-wise, it's also way rainier than last year, which is good. But oh my goodness, it's hot as fuck.
Either, as Anomi
But yeah, as a
continues to use the
sorry for interrupting you again. Also, by the way, we've been 46 minutes and I'm 12 minutes in. I heard one word from the fucking video and I've not stopped talking for 40 minutes, Chad. What's wrong with me? But yeah, finishing the thought, I'm not against AI because AI is an extremely useful tool. I'm against the generative AIs though. Unless artificial intelligence reaches sentience and can do their own fucking art, that's not art. Otherwise, if AI is not to that level, what the fuck's happened to my voice? Unless AI reaches sentience, the art is not art. Dot.
interlope command to generate even more demos, with most of them appearing just like the first. 1 to
Everything
2
else
seconds
is
of random flailing
a tool that can be utilized for something. I'm against generative AI. I'm against the people fucking around and using the clank of the worst way possible. Yes, same. I still think companies that make the giant AI data centers and data centers in general use something else than fucking water to cool it. I know it's the cheapest way and the cheapest version of cooling, but maybe we should involve also that will help pretty much everyone else in every single other point, I guess, or business wise. It will help AI, it will help PC builders, it will help machines, it will help everything. If they sit down and find a better way to cool their fucking data centers. Literally, Bond villains. I mean, yeah, but... No, I mean, you're getting it wrong. It's not AI data centers, it's data centers. Because not only AI uses data centers. Every single data center that is used... kind of the same problem. AI is just a bit more. They were just not as much. What is that? Illuminating the black box. What is that? A real good AI is a 501c3. Oh, that's... Wait. I also saw that PewDiePie is also making his own AI because he does not like using, well, the big companies' AIs and the data center. So he's making one that runs locally on your system. Don't know how that will work, but it's a cool idea. Like, not gonna be connected to the internet. I think that's what it was. Also, why is Markiplier yelling at me again? What did I do? Oh, some goddamn schmexy. Chatty, is Markiplier single? Asking for me. I created by a content creator and PhD scientist. Ooh, a smart fella. Scientists coming together to improve transparency and safety of AI for a better world. Hell yeah. Wait, isn't that how OpenAI started? Because I agree and that's an extremely cool idea, but isn't that how OpenAI started?
before it ends.
We hope greed does
According
not
to
consume
Anomi,
them.
This first type of demo occurs approximately 90% of the time. However, there are some interesting outliers. In some demos,
While we're outside of the
character
world?
spawns out of bounds in the skybox, looking inward towards the map, completely motionless, before dying.
Oh, there
Other
is something
demos
there.
feature the character wandering aimlessly for minutes on end, before abruptly ending. An
Let me guess, that's not the player, that's an AI. That's, I guess, the AI.
interesting quirk of the interlope command is that it's not only able to generate demos, it can even generate entire maps. One example Anomi shows is this map, composed of nothing more than a scattered mishmash of props and shapes. There's no cohesion at all. It's like a toddler tried to create a Half-Life map. But despite the map-making algorithm needing to watch some Hammer tutorials, the fact that the interlope
GLaDOS.
command is capable of generating
Well, GLaDOS is AI. Well, I mean, technically that is AI as well, unless, but unless it's literally kind of a brain in a jar, similar to Fallout. No, it's artificial because it's just a scan of a brain working in a motherboard, basically, or on a hard drive. Unless it's the actual brain being supported somehow in a robot body, it is still AI. It's using the copy of a brain in the robot, but it's technically AI because it's artificial, sort of. But it's using the basis of humans. Now, which, funnily enough, mentioning that, we are actually, well, I'm saying like I'm doing it, people, smart people, are developing brainoids. Not to be mistaken by my accent by brain aids. I don't think that exists. Brainoids, like robots. They basically take cells from, I forgot which part of the brain, from a creature. I think a mouse. No, it was a fly. And they kind of make it function, which is extremely cool and also a bit spooky, but cool scientifically. There is a creator that if I don't forget after the stream, I'll post it in my Discord server. So if you want to learn more, I guess join my Discord server. I'll post a creator there. She actually makes it understandable.
Creating a map at all is extremely interesting and will become an important function.
Just
for
for the intelligence. I mean, yeah,
the
I guess.
command works outside of the boundaries of Half-Life 2 as well. Anomi discovers that Counter-Strike Source and Team Fortress 2 are also compatible with the command. We don't yet know the purpose of the interlope command, but considering
Oh my God,
its
that's
compatibility with every
old.
source title, it must be important, which makes it so much more intriguing that it was purposefully covered up by Valve. However, after Anomi generates an especially baffling demo within Counter-Strike Source, Valve's efforts to hide the true nature of the interlope commands makes a bit more sense.
Wait, Chad, do you know what from that perspective that we just saw, do you know what I thought? Because I love Battle Royales. I really want to make, well, not make, but play a Battle Royale on VR. That would be cool as fuck. I think it would be really cool. Why are we leaving the body? Are we a soul now? Oh, I guess that is representing something similar. Ooh, leaving the body. Wait, Chad, do you think that's recorded on something similar to VR? You're not controlling this, by the way. Oh yeah, I know, this is the AI. But do you think that was recorded? It's either a source animation or it was recorded on VR. And it looks cool as fuck. It looks VR to me, like recorded in VR. Or maybe an animation. Wee! Woo! Boneworks. What do you mean Boneworks? Have we been drawing bones to predict the future? I don't know what Boneworks is. No, we dropped the weapon. Wait, let me predict something. The flying thing will move where the other thing is, the flying object was, and then everything will repeat. Oh, the game Boneworks. Okay. Oh, we're beating someone. Or fisting it. Oh yeah, see, yeah, it is VR then. MetaQuest. I was correct. It looked VR. It looked the VR. The movement looked VR-ish. Hell yeah. I would love to play VR games on stream. That looks funny. Especially VR games where you climb a high shit. I will die from a heart attack. I'm afraid of, heights. Terrified. The demo ended.
This is what is referred to as a Type 5 demo. I'll elaborate more on the demo type categorization later, but first, allow me to address the elephant in the room. Compared to the other demos produced by the Interlope command,
huevos esto boca. Now English.
Type 5s are entirely unique. They are primarily characterized by their dynamic VR-like movement. In the demo, you can hear a faint twinkle sound.
There is not.
This sound effect
Twinkle.
originates as a wind chime sound within the files of Half-Life 2, and it signifies the presence of the Umbrella Man. The
Oh,
enemy
never mind, that's an
appears
Umbrella
just
Man.
Like the Ravenholm graffiti. After
Didn't even
encountering
clock
the
it.
Umbrella Man, the Elite Crew NPC is dragged through the walls by them and is hung suspended out of bounds. He drops his gun.
I mean, I guess
and
he
it
was
falls,
fighting
but some
the
forces
Umbrella
keeping
Man.
The character suspended in the
Oh,
air.
it's the Umbrella Man. I would
you look
assume the
closely-
Umbrella Man is kind of holding him like this, kind of choking him. So he was punching down, I guess, towards the face area of the Umbrella Man.
As the Elite Crew struggles,
Oh,
you
I
can
guess
spot the
someone,
Umbrella
'cause he
Man
was
watching from a
punching something.
distance. We don't yet know the significance of these strange entities or what exactly was happening in this demo, but Anomi informs us that of all of the
What was happening? Let me guess. There were two possibilities. I guess possibility one, that was the AI. When she taps the command, it starts a new, I guess, map where they put the AI to do something. The AI saw the Umbrella Man, because maybe that specific thing was repeated quite a lot of times. The AI saw the Umbrella Man, shot the Umbrella Man, and then the Umbrella Man got angry, so out of bounds them. Or B, I have no fucking clue.
various types of demos the Interlope command can generate, these Type 5s are the rarest of all. However, this Counter-Strike source demo is not the only one in existence. The users in the Half-Life 2 forum shown at the beginning of the video were also able to crack the case behind the Umbrella Man decal and generate their own demos with the Interlope command.
Hell
With
yeah.
an over 20-year head start on Anomi, multiple Type 5s were generated and posted to the
2005.
forum page. Unfortunately, most of the contents of this forum have been lost to time, with only a fraction of the total messages being archived. But from what Anomi knows, he informs us that 2 Type 5 demos are known to have emerged from these forums experiments. One is nicknamed Spooky Coast, and the other is nicknamed Misty. However,
Hey,
in
like the
decades
Cyberpunk
that have
character.
passed since they were first generated, these Type 5 demos have become lost media. Looking at the only known screenshot of Misty, we can see the POV out of bounds in a map facing inward towards it, similar to the Counter-Strike Type 5 demo. It can be reasonably inferred that the NPC
okay.
featured in that demo suffered a similar fate. Despite their extreme rarity, Anomi was actually fortunate enough to capture a second Type 5 demo. This one taking place
Hey,
within
Team
Tier
Fortress
2.
2. While we're leaving our body again. Hey, sandwich. He will start running towards him. Do you mind grabbing your gun, please? I fucking knew it.
The funny
Well, he
thing
didn't
about
run
this
towards
Type
him, but
5 is that if you remove
started
the
going
context
towards
for the
him.
Clip, it kind of looks like a TF2 shitpost. But besides that, if you were paying attention to the audio in the clip, you can make out a similar wind chime sound effect that was heard in the Counter-Strike Type 5.
Maybe that's the activation
Whatever
sound.
these heavies are up to, it seems nefarious. After hours
He
of
interrupted their
generating
kissing
demos,
session.
something strange happens with the commands for Anomi. They stop working. New demos can no longer be generated, and the developer console stops recognizing the interloper commands. Going to the same spot the Umbrella Man graffiti was in Ravenholm, it disappeared without a trace, completely erasing itself from the game.
I guess
With
it.
no
I guess
leads
it got the.
left to
It got
uncover,
the data.
episode
It was
1
after him, and now it's
ends.
gone.
At least, this would have been the ending if it wasn't for a last-minute discovery by Anomi. Remember the 2 lost Type 5 demos? Though both were believed to be lost, Anomi recovered a recording of Spooky Coast from the Half-Life 2 forum.
Of
And
course.
thus, we get to see a third Type 5 demo.
Fraps. Old. Ah, we'll have the body again. Okay, at least grab the gun, though.
In this demo, the POV approaches a building and peers through the window and sees other civilian models. But something is wrong.
Oh, Jesus, sir.
Very wrong. They do not behave anything like they should. Their movements are stilted and they stumble around aimlessly.
Ah, people that... okay. I have a prediction. I will not say it, though. They'll start going toward him, I would assume. Also, chat, can you hear the video correctly? What is Fraps? Basically like OBS, but back in the day, I've not used it. I've just seen the videos from it. I'm not that old. But it's, I would assume, at least I would assume, I think it's, I'm frapping so hard, yes, and while you're frapping it, it records your screen. Similar to a Bandicam. Think it was Bandicam? It was Bandicam. Holy fuck! I remembered it. God. Well, I'm not entirely sure if Bandicam still exists, but it was quite popular back in the day. I think perhaps was that, unless I'm misremembering something.
The POV.
Hello. Don't touch it. Oh, there was water there. Oh, R.I.P. I guess. End of demo. We saw a face for a second.
Resembles the Umbrella Man, with eyes that glow bright white and a completely blacked out face like a banned It's Always Sunny episode. The way these characters move and drift around and snap into action on sight of an intelligent NPC makes me think that these corrupted NPCs act as a tripwire for the Umbrella Men. Upon the corrupted NPC's sudden switch in demeanor, this same wind chime sound effect that signifies the presence of the Umbrella Man can be heard. This could very well be a pre-planned trap from the Umbrella Man. This entity is very intelligent. I'd also like to know another important detail. Look at the hands of the characters whose POV we assume in the demo. Those are not the hands of the HEV suit. The character we're watching is not Gordon Freeman.
It's a civilian.
It's a random civilian. A glimpse of them can also be caught right at the end of the clip. As the civilian is pushed into the water, 5 Umbrella Men can be seen looming over them as they drown. There's more than one Umbrella Man in existence, and it looks
4 of them.
like these entities can travel in packs. For some reason, it seems like the Umbrella Man's purpose is to take out these intelligent NPCs that move with fluidity unheard of for the Source engine, and drag them outside of the map.
I guess one in the house as well.
But what purpose does this serve? Why were these highly advanced NPCs created in the first place? Why were the Umbrella Men invented to hunt them down? And why did Valve hide this from the public for over 2 decades? These are the important questions to be
because they didn't want people to be spooked,
2.
I would assume. And people were spooked. You're not welcome here.
Episode 2 begins on November 9th at 12:05 a.m. The events of the first episode occurred on November 11th of the previous year, which means that a full year has passed since the events of the first episode. Anomi has returned to Ravenholm and is toying around when something peculiar happens.
Hey, he's back! Interloper Mystery has returned.
And you can hear a Dr. Kleiner voice line. After which the Umbrella Man
didn't even recognize that.
A curious detail I noticed in this scene is that when first approaching the decal, it appears entirely corrupted. For a brief second, Anomi turns around, and when he turns back, the graffiti is normal.
Okay.
This is just another strange feature of this already bizarre decal.
I'd assume the black lines in the back are
Fortunately for the
rain,
investigation,
probably.
After the return of the Umbrella Man, the interlope console commands become active once more. The interlope commands in the presence of the Umbrella Man graffiti seem to come hand in hand. Anomi wastes no time diving right back in where he had left
course.
off, and it seems time is of the essence. Anomi explains that for a yet unknown reason, the interlope commands can only be accessed for one
Those
day
anime
in
girls, of
November
course
each
it
year.
is.
Anomi claims to
You
have
saw in their
discovered a
lines,
console command
goddamn.
that can be
Wait,
used
but then
to
it's not
reduce
anime girls. Anime girls are built like well, basically like Nami over there, but you can see
exact amount of time he has to
those anime
generate
boys.
demos, and that time is extremely limited. Anomi only has 5 hours and 23 minutes to learn as much as he can about the interlope command before it stops functioning again. Every moment is precious. There's not a single second to waste.
Portal 2 ignore my leg chat. I've still not never played any Portal games.
With the pool of interloper demos to examine massively expanded, let's go over the
Okay.
5 known types of demos that can be produced. Type 1 demos are by far the most common and most simple, occurring roughly 80% of the time. These are the demos where the POV flails around for 1 to 2 seconds before abruptly ending.
That's
The
where
second
the AI
most
is
common type of
dying.
demo is the stuck in the sky type demo. In these demos, the POV is stationary, out of bounds, and blankly stares inwards towards the map before dying. These occur 10 to 12% of the time. The third type of demo is an aimless play demo. In these, the POV does their best impression of a games journalist and aimlessly wanders around the map doing nothing. Anomi suggests that there is a popular rumor among those that know of the interloper mystery that the gameplay in these demos is actually gameplay from another map placed on top of a different map. This theory
Ooh.
could explain the strange gameplay that's showcased in these demos, and is helpful to keep in mind for later.
Yeah, has
The
not
fourth type of
learned
demo
yet,
is
I
the
would
proper
assume.
play demo. In these, the character graduates from a games journalist to a game let's player and properly plays the map as intended. A fascinating detail is that while these types of demos are fairly uncommon in other games, they are exceedingly common in the Portal game specifically. As we've seen before, the fifth type of demos are the most interesting, yet also the most rare. Type 5s are simultaneously the most distinct, yet hardest to understand. They feature VR-like motion as well as appearances from
Well,
Umbrella
'cause it's
Man
recorded
and
in
other
VR.
bizarre entities. So far in the series, we've seen 3 Type 5 demos, and as we progress further into the series, every Type 5 demo will receive its own unique name. So far, the only Type 5s we know to exist are Sea Strike, Fortress, Misty, and Spooky Coast. After the
Okay.
events of the first episode,
Original names to
Anomi
know.
was able to save the files for the Counter-Strike and TF2 Type 5 demos he generated, and he even provides a link for anyone to download them in the description of the video. As you may remember, in the first episode, Anomi discovered that the interlope command has the ability to generate maps. The maps featured in the Type 5 demos aren't the same as their base game counterparts. They're vastly different. We'll explore them further in due time,
Okay.
but let's focus on Anomi's investigation for now. After the first episode was uploaded, Anomi states that multiple viewers reached out to him in regards to the distinct VR-like movement featured in Type 5 demos, stating that it could be VR tech that is producing these. However, Anomi is quick to shut this theory
Okay.
down, as VR only captures the movement of your head and hands. In the Type 5 demos, the characters have full control over their entire body, and are able to fully
Well, no,
interact with the
but
environment
that's
or
not true though. VR captures your entire body. Well, depending on the VR, but VR normally captures your entire body because there are cameras in the corner that records your entire body.
around them. Another more
Unless I'm
credible
mistaken.
suggestion Anomi received is that a cut source tool named the DM tool is responsible for the Type 5 demos. The photo he uses on screen looks grainier than a 2006 tutorial filmed on HyperCam 2, But squint your eyes and you can make out some sort of playback interface with fast forward, rewind, and pause buttons.
Well,
as
I'm
well
not
as
that
an
blind, so I can
NPC
see it, yes.
interacting with some sort of cube. Anomi shuts down this theory as
I think the
well,
cube
stating
says
that they
hint.
can't find any evidence of this tool ever existing, and quickly labels it a hoax. As we'll come to see down the line, Anomi was a little too quick to dismiss the DM tool theory, as there's a lot more to this supposed lost program than
Well, wasn't interlope also a command that never existed before? So that doesn't stop the DM tool for existing as well. You just not met the requirements to unlock it, I guess, or use it.
With his newly found access to interloper commands, Anomi tests a large variety of source games to see if they are compatible with his investigation. The result is a large success. Day of Defeat is fully functional, CSGO is unstable, but still works.
I mean,
strangely, even Dota 2 works,
oh,
provided the commands are being used on a build of the game before it was ported to Source 2. What makes Dota 2 so fascinating is that unlike other games built on the Source engine, Dota 2 is not a first-person game. The camera hangs from a top-down perspective, which makes the demos generated by Dota 2 much more unique. Gary's mod isn't functional with its current build. However, earlier versions of Gmod, such as Gmod 9, are fully functional with interloper commands. As time is seemingly running out to use the commands, Anomi settles on the first Portal game to finish out the investigation. Something you'll come to see for yourself as we continue through Interloper is that anytime Anomi plays Portal, some weird shit goes down. And what happens as Anomi generates demos in Portal is indeed some seriously weird shit.
what?
Oh, look,
Ow.
got one. Look.
Oh, he's not recording himself. Who's gonna charge at him and from where? He will look back, right? Ah, never mind.
Oh, what? Oh,
Node.
you see that?
Hint.
I just did that.
Well, you're minus. You don't have time. So,
Despite starting out like a normal Type 5
4,
demo,
3,
things
2,
take a drastic
1.
and unexpected shift
I think something
when Anomi loses
died.
access to the interlope commands. In the text chat, it states that the server has lost connection.
Yeah, error
What's
reason text.
especially odd is that Portal is a single-player game. There shouldn't even be
Okay.
a server to connect to.
Weird
Or a
noises.
chat box to communicate with.
Oh my god, we're
What
30
the
minutes in
hell
and
is
it's been
going on?
almost an hour. Of course. Hey, why in his forehead? I mean, obviously
Speaking of control, look, I can crouch.
Well, yeah, because yeah, that was controlling the person died.
Hey, it's our guy. Hey, guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't think the chamber looks like this. It looks weird.
While we're hearing music, honestly, it sounds like Persona music for a second.
Oh.
Hey,
Also,
Is the
despite
lady.
this being a demo,
I
which
forgot
is
her name.
supposed to be pre-recorded gameplay that Anomi shouldn't be able to interfere with, he can interact with the environment around him. He also seems to be able to control the dynamic NPC, but not directly. When clicking his mouse, Anomi places down a hint node. In the Hammer editor, these are used to guide around NPCs. They
Okay.
aren't supposed to show up as a model in-game, but here it is regardless. Nothing that is happening here should be possible. How does Anomi have access to hint nodes, and why does the NPC walk towards the hint node as if it was compelled to walk towards it?
because it
The
is.
events that are unfolding bear a strong resemblance to the scene depicted in the DM tool screenshot. Has Anomi somehow gained access to DM editor functionality? As Anomi continues to explore, you can pick up on some more
Maybe, or maybe he's controlling the AI, because he disconnected something in the AI, obviously disconnected. And now it's just, I guess, normal in-game AI does nothing. That's my prediction.
details. After passing by a light source, it can be noticed that the player's shadow is of an info player start. This is the model that's used in Hammer to mark where the
Oh.
player will spawn, and just like the hint
Oh,
node, it
didn't know
shouldn't be
about its
possible for
existence.
it to appear in game.
Ow.
In a short span of time, we've seen 2 instances of Hammer editor assets showing up in game. Whatever is going on here,
Little
it's
cross on.
not the version of Portal that we know. By enabling captions on the video, you can even see that Inomi is not just talking to himself. He's actually having dialogue with someone named L. However, we never hear L's voice. This L character will
Well,
grow more prominent as the
'cause he does
series
not record it.
progresses. But all we currently know is that they're an associate of Inomi talking to him as he investigates. As Inomi passes one of the windows in the chamber, you can see a familiar form.
Umbrella.
Inomi
Wait, wasn't
is
that
not alone.
was that the Resident Evil character? Mr. Umbrella, the one who created the company after his name.
What's the name? It's like show trigger toggle.
Ah, Umbrella Man.
What?
Ooh. And he
Alright,
crashed
I'm
his
not gonna
game.
lie. It's not very often that a web series like this gets a genuine scare out of me. But the first time I watched this video and got to this moment, it scared the shit out of me.
Why?
After all of these years of covering the series, the amount of tension that Inamide was able to build up here and release was genuinely impressive. But enough gushing. I gotta put my theorist cap back on. Making direct contact with the Umbrella Man had unexpected consequences on Inomi's game. What
Wow.
happens when Inomi tries to reopen
Suspension,
Portal after his
yes.
encounter with the entity?
Was it scary? Not really.
Portal install is kind of fricked.
Well, you basically saw the Umbrella Man. Whoa, what the fuck? So, normally. It's normal. Umbrella Man, yes. Node graph out something. I wonder what game that is. Because it's not Portal. Because you can change the background of a
All that
game.
remains of the game
And we also don't
is
see
a
the name
single
of the
room
game.
with an illuminated
I wonder which
checkerboard
game
floor
it is.
and pitch black darkness
But also,
surrounding
yeah,
it.
Umbrella Man, the
After
one
a
who
few
created
seconds, the game crashes back to
the
desktop
evil
once more.
residents.
When first loading in, you also receive the message that the node graph is out of date. The node graph is what allows NPCs to move around the map. The entire game, as well as any traces of NPCs, have been removed by the Umbrella Man, leaving only an empty husk of what was once Portal. The episode ends on that note,
Mint,
but we still haven't finished
do you know what game that is? That he just started with boxes. Well, boxes with a red floor.
exploring everything episode 2 has to offer.
Now we're going back to that demo. Never mind, it's a different demo. Nope, what? Is it? What do,
There are slight visual
what is this game? I know it's supposed to be Portal, but it's definitely not Portal, because normally in Steam you have the name of the game somewhere here, but I don't remember where. But you can change the banner of games. I wonder which game that is. Do we know?
illuminate the message that the Umbrella Man.
It's all Portal. Oh. How did he manage to make it do that? The thing that they did in the video?
There are slight visual differences compared to the original demo, but it still functions regardless. The TF2 Type 5 demo only partially works, however. Trying to load the demo through the console yields no results. There's still a way to activate it, but I'll get to that. For now, let's dive into the maps produced
Yo,
by the
he's
Type 5
purple.
demos.
Just the demo. Yeah. Okay. That's old. Well, that looks like more in-game footage. I don't like the sounds of his feet, though. Hello, Johnny. Ignore Johnny, it's not important.
2 Fort and Dust
You're
2
just
are some of the
hanging
most
there.
iconic levels in all of gaming, and I think it's no coincidence that these were the first maps to be explored for the ARG. For the most part,
yeah.
the maps remain largely untouched. However, there's small details missing, some things wrong that just give you an unsettling feeling as you explore them. Exploring the modified Dust 2, you'll quickly discover that
sorry.
there's no invisible walls around the map, which means you
Yeah.
can easily escape and travel out of bounds. Going to the B site, where the
Hello,
Type 5
Johnny.
demo takes place, in the upper tunnels you can find the view model of the Elite crew from the demo. The view model is essentially a model layered over top of your screen that holds your weapon, like an overlay. At the beginning of every Type 5 demo, you can see a view model spawn right where the player starts. Looking towards where the Umbrella Man spawned in the demo, you instead see a red error sign. To those unfamiliar with the source engine, these error signs are used to represent where there's data of a model, but the model itself is missing, leaving behind
that's
a
where the
bright
Umbrella
red
Man
sign in
is.
its place. After capturing the lead crew NPC, the Umbrella Man erased himself from the file, leaving behind an error sign in his place.
Like,
Things
nah, you
get
ain't
very
seeing me,
interesting
bitch.
when you go towards the mid section of the map. Where the second Umbrella Man spawned in the demo, you'll instead find a second bright red error sign. Next to it, the model of the
That's
lead
why-
crew and
that's
the
what he was
below
doing there.
canvas. By decompiling the map, it is able to be viewed from within the Hammer editor. Here, we can examine things with an even finer lens. When
I'm
inspecting
not
the
entirely
error
sure what I'm
models where
looking
the
at.
Umbrella Men once were, you can see that the entities are named Capture, followed by random characters. This lines
CBS
up
guy.
with what they are seen doing in the demos, capturing the dynamic NPCs and dragging them elsewhere. Somewhere horrible, presumably Britain. The model of the lead
Yes,
crew, which shows
he's
up in-game,
British.
is shown as an error in the Hammer editor. Examining it shows that its name
What is the Hammer editor, chat?
DMNPC Capture Pawn, but its world model name is ENT DMNPC T-Leet CGE 7193. Obviously, NPC stands for non-playable character.
Obviously.
But what about DM?
Edit source stuff.
Earlier,
Okay.
we saw a low-quality snapshot of something called the DM tool, and now this NPC
Eh,
that
we
behaves
finally
entirely
reached the
different from other
thing.
NPCs has the same prefix. It's not a coincidence. The DM prefix we're seeing most likely stands for data model. It stems from DMX files. No, not that DMX. DMX actually stands for
Didn't know
data
the others
model
is a
exchange.
file.
Files that are used for
I mean, I guess
sources
he was a
and programs,
coder,
such as the source
and that's how
filmmaker.
he got
This
inspired
name
by for
suggests
his
a
music.
possible connection to SFM. And although we get to
Hey.
see it in the series, the source filmmaker could prove itself to be an immensely helpful tool in the search for answers. However,
Or making
data
up the
model
ARG.
non-playable character doesn't really roll off the tongue. You gotta admit, right? I've always
DM
preferred
NPC.
calling these entities dynamic NPCs. And
Nah,
I'll continue
DM
to use
NPCs
that
sound
nickname
cool.
as it's become a
You
force
like
of
Dungeon
habit at this
Masters.
point. But remember that DM NPC stands for Data Model Non-Playable Character. Looking back towards the edited Dust 2, examining the view model in upper tunnels shows
Husk.
that the name for it is Husk. Considering that view models are really just overlays placed on top of your screen to simulate your character interacting with the world, it makes sense for it to be called a Husk, as the character in the Type 5 demo is shown to be fully able to interact with the environment around them without the use of a view model.
I mean, yeah,
Diving
'cause
into
it's in
map
VR, the other one
properties
is where
reveals
it just
a
gotta
comment left from an
spawn.
unknown party, F-Sky SVR Gen, most likely standing for F-Sky Server Generation. We've
Oh.
seen how servers connect to
Like the new
interloper
Asian
mystery,
generation.
although the
No,
name
new
F-Sky
Kung
is
Fu
a bit of
generation.
an
I don't remember the
enigma
name of
for
the band,
us.
but I
Perhaps
like
exploring
their
the
music.
modified 2 for it can give us a bit more
At least
insight.
the ones I've heard so far. Do you mind turning on the flashlight, sir? I can see.
Upon loading
I'm pretty
into
sure I
the
know
map, the
which
first
map
thing
he's
you'll
playing on,
notice
but,
is just how pitch
still.
dark the map is. You need to use console commands to be able to see anything at all. Another huge difference is that the map lacks a proper skybox, which causes
Okay,
this
please don't
visual
look up.
distortion effect that basically turns your whole screen into what it looks like when you win a game of solitaire.
I
You
played
aren't able to
quite a lot
explore
of
the entire
TF2
map
back in the day
either.
as well.
If you try heading
Not
down
my
into the
favorite game, but it's
intelligence
really
room where
fun.
the demo takes place, this happens.
Mainly because every single time I played it, I played with people that have not seen the sun in ages.
This is the map Rebuilding Cube.
I mean, I mainly
Small
played
2D
either Scout, but I sucked at it, or Sniper. I love playing in Sniper, with the Sniper in games like that. So mainly I played the Sniper.
renders of the map that are used for reflective surfaces, which gives off this.
Oh, the Scout
eerie
was
effect.
fun and fast.
Remember how I said that the
But I was
TF2
playing
Type
pretty much
5 demo
everyone.
isn't accessible with the console command? It can be accessed through the map, and the way you achieve it is very bizarre. On the red balcony, you can find a message written on the wall.
F Sky.
F-Sky. Another mention
Oh,
of the mysterious
FSKR.
abbreviation we saw in Dust 2. Approach the F-Sky symbol on the wall, and the demo activates. After
Let's
the demo
go.
ends,
Why would
it also
purple?
activates the rebuilding cube maps. Decompiling and diving into this map in the Hammer editor reveals just as many hidden messages. Just like the
Why
leak
we
through in Dust
yellow?
2, the Scout is
Can-
labeled
can-
as a
can
DM
we be red?
NPC, showing another connection between the two Type 5s. Going towards the red balcony, you can examine the F-Sky logo more closely.
Okay.
The logo prop is named "Fuck You" in all caps, and the map comment is "Chicken
Well,
shit
it's not really all
administrators,
caps,
come
but-
and get me." Clearly, whoever left these messages is the least toxic TF2 player. Next to
okay.
the prop and hammer,
I
you
mean,
can
yeah,
see the
he
triggers
is the least toxic TF player. He did not use racial slurs. And I've seen quite a lot of videos on the internet of TF players using them. So he was extremely non-toxic.
that
For
starts the
TF2
demo,
standards.
And inside of that, you can see a player start icon. These don't show
Is
up
that
in
Gordon
games.
Freeman?
They simply tell the source engine where to spawn the player on
I
the
see the
map. But
goatee.
the name for it is the tool. Throughout the messages left in the map files, we can deduce that someone is very unhappy with something.
By the way, chat, can you sense the fact I've played only Half-Life 1? Nothing else. I mean, I played Half-Life 1, CS 1.5 Source for a little bit, Mail 1.6, CSGO. I've played like combined 2 to 3 hours of CS2, quite a bit of Team Fortress 2, that's about it.
Thing called F-Sky. However, we don't have any idea of
I
what
played only the
F-Sky
first Half-Life
actually
game, no,
is.
none.
But by searching F-Sky on YouTube,
no
we
other Half-Life
discover
game.
the next big piece of the puzzle.
Oh, Skyblock, it's a Minecraft mode. Oh, reupload. We're uploading something on Reddit. Interlope.exe. Hey, it's a cube. It's a weird cube. The audio for the following clip has been changed to avoid copyright. Not entirely sure if that's it contains contents remain otherwise unaltered. I'm not entirely sure if that's the what show I was typing to, so if that was in the ARG itself. I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at, but I think that's a female. Yes. The future. Well, there is next I would report to read. Immersive works. Wow. Wow. The future of games entertainment is here. I mean, yeah. I guess. Purchase service today. What do you mean by that? For something. I guess
So it
hosting
appears that
services.
F-Sky was a server hosting service for source games. Interestingly, the website domain at the end of the
Wait,
video
but you can
is
host
mostly
your own
censored,
service
but you
in
can see
those
that the
games.
domain
Why would I
ends
need
in
you
.no.
guys?
This domain expansion is the
Norwegian.
one assigned to the country of Norway. This could imply that F-Sky is a company based in Norway, or at least
It sounds
within
like a
Europe.
Norwegian company.
As far as what F-Sky is advertising
But
in
the
the
name, I mean.
video, the servers they host utilize
I don't
the
know why.
NPC technology we've seen in the Type 5 demos. In fact, the F-Sky servers could be the very thing that enable Anomi to use the interlope command.
And
During
could be.
the portal incident from the second episode, after Anomi loses access to the interlope commands, messages in the text chat show that he's lost connection to a server. All these years later, F-Sky still
Fuck.
might seem like
No. I clicked the wrong button, chat, sorry.
X, with Instagram for
Where was I? No, where was I?
it's shown so an Umbrella Man. Add another
We were definitely before that. Nope.
crush on Miss
Nope.
with a character
Nope.
mantle. Ida, Mona. You
Nope.
can see that something is very. Sky servers could be the very thing in the
There we go.
video. The servers they
Sorry.
use utilize the DM NPC technology we've seen in the Type 5 demos. In fact, the F-Sky servers could be the very thing that enabled
clicked the wrong
Anomi
button
to
by
use
accident.
the interlope command. During the portal incident from the
There we
second
go.
episode, after Anomi loses access to the interlope commands, messages in the text chat show that he's lost connection to a server. All these years later, F-Sky still seems
Okay.
to be operating in some
The lag, I don't
capacity,
like it.
And Anomi had unknowingly connected to them through the interlope commands. Upon examining the video with a closer lens, you can see that something is very wrong. At the end of the video, as the F-Sky logo slowly fades onto the screen, one of the dynamic mannequin NPCs can be seen flailing around in a manner similar to the NPCs from Spooky Coast.
Oh,
We hardly know anything
their
about
NPCs
F-Sky at
are
all, but from what little we have,
probably the
something
AI you were
about them
talking about,
just
man.
feels very sinister.
I see.
This
That's
video
why
is a
the
re-uploaded
NPC looks more
archive of a
alive.
video from F-Sky's
Maybe because
now
they
defunct
were
website
once.
that came from another archive forum. This video is an archive of an archive of an archive.
Oh,
And the YouTube channel
adorable.
we're watching this video on is an archive of an old YouTube account named Ida Mona Machinima.
2007.
The Ida Mona channel, back when
Jesus.
it was online, was owned by someone with the online username Ida. They primarily
Ooh.
specialized in machinimas, a now somewhat antiquated term for fan-created animations of video games. Later on, he pivoted towards some sort of ghost hunting series, which led to a mental breakdown era that resulted in the deletion of the channel. Since Ida deleted
It
the channel
happens.
and all of its content, an archivist has taken up the mantle of re-uploading as much of his old content as they can on this new archival channel. The
Okay.
first archived video on the channel is titled Gary's Mod Zombie Slayer, and it dates all the way back to 2007. And boy does it show. This upload features Ida killing zombies in Gmod
Okay,
while
one
breaking
moment, chat.
Benjamin Blair's and the background. Some things were
Sorry
better
about
left
that.
in the 2000s. But before and after his zombie murder spree, Ida can be seen having a dialogue with a character named Mona. This is the Mona in Ida Mona Machinima. They're nothing more than a
Okay.
ragdoll of a civilian slumped onto a couch, but Ida
Okay.
hints at something more. The dialogue Mona's character uses has an obvious romantic subtext. Some kids had a crush on Lola Bunny, some kids had a crush on Mrs. Incredible, but it
The
seems
3
like our
FPS
pal Ida
chat.
here has a crush on a Gary's Mod ragdoll. Surely this is nothing more than a
I mean,
harmless
it happens.
infatuation and won't lead to anything horrific and tragic. Surely. In the video's final moments, it's revealed that everything
Foreshadowing is a narrative advice. Also, Mint, I have an important question, I guess, for all of you, chat. Do you have any ideas for how to upload between 20 and 50 gigabytes worth of a file on something so that people can access it? That is not G Drive, because fuck G Drive, I'm not paying for it. Thank you.
we just watched was actually a demo recording being played back. This shows that Ida knows how to use the Source Engine's demo system, something
Okay.
that would come in handy 4 years later. In 2011, Ida would start his own series investigating the interlope commands. Ida started looking into the interloper mystery a decade before Anomi did, and the directions their respective investigations take are wildly different. So let's give it a watch.
Let's see how they went nutty. The interloper files. Okay. Let me guess, that was inspired by the X-Files. Ada Mona present. Just 20 files. Yes! And then you open the files and it will be terabytes and terabytes worth of data on different cigarettes. Well, that would be... there is another content creator that already does that. I love him. Well, obviously, don't smoke, chat. Smoking is bad, but... categorizing what cigarettes and cigars are good for what is a fun idea for content. Hey, it's Johnny again. Why is Johnny on 3p? Well, fuck. I know when the video is supposed to be that way.
Already in the first moments of the video, we can add another Type 5 to the list. In this short snippet, we can see a dynamic civilian NPC pick up a can, before turning around and seeing an Umbrella Man. Anomi has dubbed this Type 5 Ida Can.
Yep.
And unfortunately, this small snippet is all we've been able to see of this demo.
Okay.
This video is part 3 of my investigation into the
Hey, he's Norwegian. Also,
if you don't
why do so many people like to have only a Half-Life? Why? Can't we play full life 1 or 2? Why only half of it?
understand what's going on here, watch episode 1 and 2 on my channel page. But before we hunt ghosts, I need to give a
Wait, do you
warning.
think Half-Life was supposed to be 6 games? Half-Life 1 and 2? Then we have Midlife 3 and 4? And then we have Full Life 5 and 6. Ooh. Well, we're not seeing 3, so don't get your hopes up. I mean, I don't really mind not seeing Half-Life 3. I've not played 2 yet. And I do not remember anything from 1, so... not playing the games is good. I'm not sad for no Half-Life 3. Until I... oh, it's Batman! Until I play Half-Life
Here
1
we
and 2,
can
and
see
then
a
I
major difference
desperately
in
need
how
Half-Life
Anomi
3
and
as well.
Ida approach their investigations. During Anomi's investigation, he's very analytical and pragmatic. He appears almost completely unfazed by the strange
Oh,
nature of
pragmatic,
the
like Pragmata, the game. I think it was called Pragmata. Yes, the Dad Simulator, which I really want to play, chat. Like, Space Dad Simulator sounds funny as hell.
events he's witnessed.
Also,
But he's not
Pragmata
even
looks
spooked at all. When
so
the Umbrella Man
cute.
rushed towards him, he seemed more disappointed in the setback to the investigation it caused, rather than what the existence of the Umbrella Man entity implies.
I mean, honestly,
Ida, on
I
the other
should not be playing any games like that, because if I play games like that, I would want a child, and I'm definitely not financially stable for a child. I should not play games like that.
hand, views the interloper mystery through a more paranormal lens.
Jesus.
He believes that the dynamic NPCs and Umbrella Men are spirits.
Why the fuck do I
He
have a
even
rock
claims
in
that
my
he's being
pocket?
stalked throughout multiple source
What the
games
fuck?
by some sort of mysterious presence. Knowing
I
what
mean,
we do
not
about
mysterious,
the
but-
interloper mystery, that belief is not entirely unfounded. The way Ida goes on to experiment will reflect his paranormal worldview, which
Yes.
makes Ida and Anomi perfect foils for each other. They are diametrically opposed in both their research methods and ideology. In fact, Ida Mona is actually an anagram for
Anomi die.
Anomidae. Despite the
Wait.
differences in the
Anomidae. Anomidae. A. Wait, is A pronounced A? Like A? Anomidae. How the fuck did they actually pronounce that? Is it the way he's pronouncing
Large
it?
time gap between their investigations, the two seem
It sounds
almost
Latin.
connected.
And it looks like it should be pronounced
Since Ida
Onomidai.
believes that the interlope
But I'm probably
command is
wrong.
a phenomenon caused by ghosts, he created a Ouija board-like map to communicate with them.
Oh no, he's talking to
Ida
the
is able to
AI.
generate demos on this specific map, something that Anomi isn't able to do.
Oh, okay. Stop walking on shit. I'm confused of what he's trying to
Ida
type.
specifically mentions that his method for generating demos is an overnight process. So it appears Ida knows more than Anomi does, at least in the demo generation regard.
Okay.
The demos Ida generates on this Ouija map are usually just a standard Type 3 aimless wandering demo. However, a fundamental flaw you'll come to see about Ida's experiments is that they are heavily guided by confirmation bias. Even
Okay,
though
we have
the
an hour,
ghosts
chat.
offer
We're almost
nothing
in
but
an hour
completely gibberish
in.
answers, he still believes that these are spirits trying to communicate with him.
Well, it's
During
probably
Ida's
the
last
AI.
experiment with generating demos on this map, the final product is unlike anything that could have been expected. A Type 5 demo. However, this Type 5
Are you
is one of the
trapped?
strangest in the series and does not appear like other Type 5s. This is Long Trap.
What the fuck is that quality? I would assume that's the AI. It's going for yes, obviously. Oh no, it's going for no. Is it?
I have never seen a demo like that. He
What?
just faced through the wall. No weapons, no HUD. Everything looked weird too. But that wasn't.
He was
the
showing
only
he was
demo.
not trapped.
No, this thing was 2 hours long. Mostly
What?
just pure darkness. However, what I'm about to show you is what happened at the end of the 2-hour demo.
Bring the saturation up. Maybe we'll see something. We'll see the AI going to his wife AI, to his clanker wife and clanker children and having a dinner. I would assume he's eating oil. The fuck is that? Flashing lights, chat. He was going home. Leave it alone. Ow.
This demo has been officially classed as a Type 5, but it's completely unique, even in comparison to other Type 5s. In other demos on the Ouija map, the answers seemed completely incoherent, but this
Are you trapped
demo
into
seems to contain
NDS?
an actual answer to the question, are you trapped? At the
I
beginning
mean,
of
I
the
don't
demo,
think he
on
was
the left
aimless.
side,
He
you
went
can
yes,
see
I
the
am.
ragdoll model flailing about, almost as if it's trying to reach the yes answer, but something is restricting it.
The umbrella man is like, you are not
That
going
we've
there.
seen has the ability to control and restrict dynamic NPCs. Long Trap gets even weirder, as this is by far the longest demo we've seen in the series.
2
at over
hours.
2 hours long. The camera travels through the out-of-bounds void for hours before arriving at a map that Ida did not create. This is a massive
I love the quality that I can
discovery.
smell every single
Through the
pixel
interlope
there.
commands, maps are connected through a vast void of space. As we can
Oh
already
boy.
see, Ida was
That will
able to
thank your
make
CPU,
very important
maybe
discoveries
quite
regarding
heavily.
the mystery. However,
If all of them
even
are
if
loaded.
Ida's paranormal edge made him effective at investigation, it would also lead to his downfall.
Wait,
Here in
if
2014,
it's a server, maybe it's once. If they're hosting only one server, like they're giving just the map to a person, is all the maps kind of functioning at the same time? Because if yeah, damn, that CPU that consumes quite a lot of CPU.
Ida had a mental breakdown that seemed to stem from his fascination with F-Sky. In the days leading up to his channel's deletion, Ida would re-upload several videos from F-Sky, such as the advert we already saw, as well as a strange
Why is
tech
there a
demo
woman
for
there?
something called Make Face.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I know where that's going. Are we trapping the poor woman into the in the game again? Oh no, what did she do? Also, why is it purple? Chat, why are the models purple like that? Oh, that does not look like her.
This short snippet gives us more of a taste of the strange experimentation F-Sky was doing with computer graphics. In this tech demo, it shows off a program with the ability to take a picture
No,
of a
I know it's missing texture, but why is it purple? I'm missing it's so specific. Okay, because I know I've seen missing textures before in there they're always purple, but I'm never. I guess look deeper if it's source or not. Okay, it might be source only. Because I've used Blender, and in Blender it's gray, and normally a block. Because I never reach further than the donut.
And turn it into a PS2 demon
But the donut was also
or in less
gray.
blunt words, try to recreate it as a model. The person being modeled in the showcase is named Olive, judging by the file name on the bottom right-hand side of the screen.
Olive
if this showcase
VDF.
is of F-Sky Technology, then perhaps this woman is an employee or affiliate of the company. In Ida's search for answers, he found F-Sky, but shortly after developing his obsession with F-Sky, Ida would mentally snap and delete everything on his channel, with this being his final
Error.
video. It stands as one of the most cryptic and
2014,
disturbing videos
that was
to
12
ever be
years
uploaded
ago.
on his channel. The description reads, "You win. I quit. Now
Likes
leave me
-2,
alone. This is my
dislikes
last
51.
video. In a few hours from now, I will delete everything
Oh no,
on
around
the
2.
channel. Just posting this video as proof, then I'm gone. Deleting my YouTube and Steam and server. Goodbye and fuck you."
Ooh, creepy shit. Wrong one. Ooh, creepy shit. Hope you're all happy. Now leave me alone. Lastly, I deleted the Mona proof. No, he deleted his obsession. Oh no, he killed her. He didn't delete her, he killed her.
This is the Mona, and they appear to be within the DM editor. It seems Ida has got his hands on some sentient AI and was attempting to manipulate it into being his Mona. Earlier in the Zombie Slayer video, Ida is
That's
showing
honestly
to have a
fucked up.
romantic infatuation with the Gary's Mod ragdoll he named
Hey, the
Mona.
foreshadowing.
Since Ida believes there's a real spirit trapped inside of this body, it's likely he's trying to manipulate it into
Well, I wouldn't say spirit, but okay.
his online ghost girlfriend. Unfortunately for Ida, Discord would only be invented 1 year later. Ida's mental breakdown was the result of many factors. But
I've had enough of this
F-Sky and
shit.
her
Well, it's kind of
technology only
a
helped
downfall of your
enable Ida's
making,
worst
so.
habits, leading to him torturing a helpless sentient AI entity into submitting to him. The AI is hopelessly trapped inside the prison of this ragdoll body and has no choice but to be reduced into this twitching husk. All this just to be unceremoniously deleted by Ida. Like a file on a
She was not
computer.
deleted, she was
And upon
killed.
being deleted,
Look at her.
Mona makes a drowning sound effect. We are only a small portion of the
Also,
way through the
wait,
series
we've
run.
heard that sound effect before. I would assume they killed the AI that was controlling the portal demo type 5. We heard the sound, they killed the AI, and then the person was able to play in the demo.
Time. Yet this
Okay.
drowning motif keeps propping up.
Well, yeah,
It
that's
cannot
the
be
sound
a
of,
coincidence.
I guess, destroying the AI or killing it or turning it off or whatever. Yeah, there we go. That's what.
Anyways, here's Gary Man eats taco and dies.
Tasty melon.
Later, Anamide would go on to release episode 3 of Interloper.
Okay.
However, the contents of this episode mostly consist of what was discovered within the demo
300K
files, as well as
views.
the Itemona YouTube channel. Considering I've already covered these topics extensively, I'd like to skip towards the end of the video, as Anomi makes an important advancement in the investigation. Back in episode 2, Anomi's encounter with the Umbrella Man bricked his copy of Portal. The player spawns in a checkered floor room with the ability to move around for only a few moments until the game crashes. It seems like Portal would be a dead end, right? However, the standard version of Portal isn't the only one available on Steam. Released in
Portal with
December of
RTX requires that you own Portal.
RTX was published by Nvidia. It's just like normal Portal, but if you don't own a NASA supercomputer, the game will kick you back to desktop and call you poor. It's essentially just Portal with souped up graphics. However, after the Umbrella Man incident, it behaves much differently.
That was a made cube. Welcome to NVIDIA RTX Remix. At any point during gameplay, press something. Oh, it's a prettier spooky something. And it looks prettier.
Anomi runs Portal RTX, and surprisingly, it works.
Let's go.
Anomi still spawns in the empty checkered void. However, the game does not crash. The next lead
Progress,
in the
I guess.
Interloper investigation is finding out the purpose of this
I'm
void.
pretty sure crashing was the better option, but get something. Oh, a Demona Machinima. Oh, progress.
Episode 4 stands out as a very unique entry into the Interloper series. Unlike previous episodes that were recorded, scripted, and fully edited in advance, Episode 4 was a live-streamed event. The stream starts with a massive advancement Anomi has made regarding the Interloper mystery, and it all ties back to
Not off topic, but of the script. I wonder how much time it took him to prepare. Like, for example, if that was actually a stream that he did. I wonder how much time it took him to prepare everything for the stream, and then to, I guess, learn the script, what he needed to say, what he needed to show, when to show, etc., stuff like that, for it to look as good as it did. Hands down to the person. Holy.
Portal. In the checkered void, Anomi can't use developer commands, can't interact with anything, and can't even use any configs or manipulate the game in any way. By all means, Portal should be a complete dead end. But there's a secret to this red room that Anomi has just discovered. Due to the limitations of the source engine, it's only possible to...
I love the three different perspectives of the ARG. You have the professional investigator who's more simple and straightforward with the video. With the videos, we have the fearmonger who investigates, but with the idea of ghosts and demons in mind. So he has more scary generic. Yeah.
have one source application open at a time.
Yeah.
If you have TF2 loaded up,
that portion, like the first portion, and the third one being impatient and doesn't do edits. We're trying to get the truth. One is the documentary, like let's say National Geographic type documentary on the ARG. The information, but edited and kind of not dumbed down, but explained. Oh, sorry. So everyone can understand. Then 2 is the 3 a.m. challenge type bullshit. Ooh, I opened the AI and the AI is actually possessed type of thing. And then the third one is just a recording of everything. Ooh. Kind of for preservation purposes.
and try to boot Half-Life 2, it simply will not work. But while playing Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, Anomi finds that for some reason,
why that
you
needs
can
to
have
be
a source
a game of
open
itself
at the
is beyond me,
same
but
time
okay.
as the corrupted Portal client. This shouldn't be possible considering the source engine's limitations. But shattering what we thought we knew about the source engine is Interloper's specialty.
I mean, when was the ARG made?
The Red Room either.
I didn't notice this at first, right? But what piqued my interest was when I went into the server browser. Now, you don't see anything out of the ordinary here.
Button
This is
Ben.
all just normal. Now, where things got interesting.
Oh my god, there are no
click
players.
on the LAN tab.
While the Portal RTX client is open, it creates a joinable LAN server in the server browser for Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. The server itself is completely empty of players, and the map the server is running is named int menu, short for interlope menu. This is
No,
certainly
it's
puzzling by
it means
itself,
inting,
but joining
like
the
getting
server
angry at the
results
game.
in something even stranger.
Now, this is where things get really weird.
You have next to choose the number 15 guy, and then top 10 watch module. Oh yeah. Number 15. When I poop my pants in Target.
Double click.
Yeah.
You
Oh, the watch
join-
module. Top 15 deaths. Oh, I'm extremely sorry, ma'am, but input family member died. But we determined he's top 15. He's not number 1 death. Really watch module.
And... Huh?
After connecting to the server, Anomi loads into an alternate main menu screen. The only difference being that the quit button has been replaced by a disconnect button.
Every
This
day
is not
using the
only
server
interesting
interlope.
quirk with this menu either.
So let me just show you.
Yes, interlope.
Let me
Okay, interlope dot pool.
go.
I wonder why
Boom.
why the
Look
IPs.
at that.
Oh,
Demo generation. Right here.
interloop.
The F-Sky servers that allow
How
for
interloop,
interloping only become
interpoop.
available to the public for an extremely limited time frame. Therefore, Anomi could only generate demos using the interlope commands for one random day in November per year. However, this encounter with the Umbrella Man and subsequent corruption of Portal has created a connection of sorts to F-Sky that allows for the generation of
Ooh.
demos outside
That's a
of
cool idea
interloping
for the
buttons.
story.
With the newfound ability to generate demos
Not
with
entirely
zero
sure how the fuck
time
it works,
constraint,
but-
we are able to witness the process of
I mean, I would assume because he kind of bricked the demo and somehow the connection between the Portal 2 and the F-Sky servers stayed there, or at least as a door. Ooh, that's a cool way to...
generating
Okay.
demos in real time. This never-before-seen peek behind the curtain is intensely fascinating, and during the demo generating process, there's no shortage of interesting events to decipher.
Oh, we're outside the map this time.
Whoa. What is this?
Not entirely sure what the fuck we're hearing, but... What do you mean, what is this? We're outside of the map, obviously. I'm guessing because we're at the beginning of the ARG, but I'm guessing he'll find a way to pause the AI and be able to move around the levels, something like that, at some point. Or I guess talk to them as well. Jesus. Yep, and we left.
This oddly serene demo stands
White
out
room.
compared to all of the others
Well,
we've seen.
yellowish,
it's a
but
still
yes.
shot of a room with this soothing ambient track playing softly in the background. After lingering on this shot for a while, the POV moves through a wall before the demo suddenly ends. This demo is a bit evocative of Long Trap, and much like that demo, this one would also be labeled as a Type 5, which Anomi would name White Room. This Type 5 demo is one of the most cryptic in the series, and I have genuinely spent hours of my time trying to piece together what it could possibly mean.
Okay.
Just the map the demo takes place on was a mystery in itself, but one I'd eventually find the answer to.
Oh. Whatever it is, but it's white. Instead of red.
This is DM Greenhouse. It's a community-created map for Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, the official PvP mod of Half-Life 2 created by Valve. However, that's not all. If you were paying attention to the bottom right side of the screen during the clip, you might have noticed that Portal RTX was changing. Not only does the player move with 0 input from Anomi, but a string of commands appears in the chat box. At one point, you can see that Anomi connects to an F-Sky server, as well as
he's
something
using
called source box.
Well, he's using the
Something
portal
that
to connect to the server,
requires a
so yeah,
serial key
obviously.
that Anomi inexplicably has without his own knowledge. Whatever source box is, perhaps it can help explain the events that unfold later in the stream. After a while of generating demos, Anomi wonders if Half-Life 2 Deathmatch is the only game compatible with the Portal RTX server. He boots up TF2, looks in the server browser, and sure enough, there it is.
Let's
the
go.
menu server. After loading it up, the menu screen for TF2 drastically changes.
109 hours of demo, man.
The
Holy
main menu
fuck.
screen is now an overhauled version of the first main menu screen TF2 ever had. The game's title, as well as most of the options, are gone, but the interlope commands still function regardless.
Okay.
After Anomi generates TF2 demos for a bit, he decides to test a game that we have yet to see in the series, Left 4 Dead 2. Using the developer console,
Oh yeah,
Anomi
Left 4
able
Dead
to
is a
connect to
Valve
the
game.
server, and just like TF2, the
I
Left
forgot
4
about
Dead
that.
main menu screen is completely overhauled. The interlope command also works with Left 4 Dead 2. However, the demos generated by the game are quite different compared to the others. We've already seen how certain games can change the result of demo generation. For instance, Type 4 demos are exceedingly common in Portal and rare in other titles. The
Okay.
demos generated by Left 4 Dead are unique in their own way.
Hang in there, boy.
Help, help! The closest classification I can think of are Type 2 demos. Instead of hanging in the map skybox, the character is instead hanging from a cliffside while their teammates refuse to help. There's this particular demo with Coach dangling off of the bridge from the parish that's particularly creepy to me.
Okay.
He's just helplessly dangling, begging for help, as his teammates hover in the air behind him, doing absolutely nothing.
I know they are
After
doing some.
generating more of
They're
these
watching
cliffhanger
him.
Demos, things pick up in intensity.
Huh? Oh shit! Guys. Look.
It's a Type 5.
Dude. Is it? No, absolutely.
And the zombies ignore him. Even the zombies doesn't like him. Bullshit. The edge is that oh no, I know that's what I was asking a little bit earlier. How much time do you think it took him to prepare everything? Because I would assume he kind of made the command in a certain way, where it shows demos in a certain order. So I wonder how much time it took him to prepare everything, like the script, what he needs to say, when to say, how to say, how and when, what to show. I'm curious how much time it took him to prepare everything. Kudos to that man. Probably not. Oh yeah.
I feel like I say this
Also,
every
I
new Type 5
forgot
demo,
Left 4
but
Dead is
this
also a Valve
one
game.
of the strangest ones yet. Every time we see a new Type 5 demo, it feels like the absurdity of the scene being played out reaches a new peak. In this demo, Ellis lays incapacitated on the ground. One of his arms is completely missing. He struggles to move as a horde of zombies runs past him. This is peculiar,
ignored
as
him.
normally the zombies wouldn't hesitate to beat down on an incapacitated survivor. Yet, they keep running past him as if there's something approaching from behind them.
Oh, there
that's
is
so
the
dangerous,
Umbrella
they
Man.
can't even spare the time on Ellis. As the last of the zombies make their way past him, we see what they were running from. A second group of T-posing zombies comes
no,
into
they're
view.
asserting
They
dominance.
slowly make their way towards Ellis before he suddenly falls through the world and crashes through the skybox.
Alright.
These T-posing zombies are reminiscent of the heavies in the TF2 Type 5, as
They're
well as the
asserting
corrupted
dominance.
civilians in Spooky Coast. This horde of corrupted zombies could perhaps be another trap set by the Umbrella Men. As well
We
as the
didn't see the
corrupted
Umbrella Man
zombies. This
We
as
didn't
the
see the
corrupted
Umbrella Man
zombies.
this
The
time though.
same drowning sound effect can be heard as Ellis crashes through the skybox, further enforcing
Well, yeah,
the
that's
return of drowning
the
motif
AI
we keep seeing
dying
pop up. Things get even
or resetting,
stranger
I
when
guess.
you take a closer look. If you pause at the right moment as Ellis falls to the floor, you can see something behind the T-posing zombie entities.
Oh, never mind. We saw the Umbrella Man.
A giant severed hand.
Never mind,
The
that's a
presence
hand.
of this giant disembodied hand is interesting, and functions as possible foreshadowing for something we'll see much later in the series. Also, watch what happens to
Zahando.
Portal RTX during the Type 5. The player once again moves with no input. They float away from the Red Room and land in a completely new area. A much larger place with gray floor tiles instead of red.
Went
After
down, I
generating a Left 4
think.
Dead Type 5, which would later go on to be named Ellis Floor, Anomi checks the
Okay,
game
original.
files for the demo, but their search yields no results. It appears demos generated through Portal RTX aren't properly saved to Anomi's system, and trying to reload a demo
I would assume they're
generated
saved to
from
the
it simply results in the game
F-Sky
crashing.
system.
This completely destroys his chances for ever retrieving the file, and after the Ellis Floor incident, Anomi moves on to Portal 2 for further testing. Although Portal 1 is completely corrupted, Portal 2 is seemingly completely unaffected by interloper shenanigans. But don't be fooled. When a Portal game is involved with interloper, some crazy shit is always about to happen. Portal 2 has a co-op mode, which allows Anomi to connect to the F-Sky server, which leads to another interloper menu. Just like its older brother Portal
Oh, no,
1,
we're gonna be
Portal
playing
2
with the
generates primarily
AI?
Type 4 demos. The gameplay in these gives Darkside Phil a run for his money, with most of the demos ending with the player falling to their death. However, two demos stick out from the bunch. The first is a Type 2 demo that takes place in a playable teaser.
That's
for
so
Super
much
8.
work, holy
This has
fuck.
no lore relevance whatsoever. I just wanted to mention it.
Oh,
because
Super 8.
I had no idea Valve made a Super 8 teaser for Portal 2. The other demo of note starts off like a typical Type 4.
Wait,
However,
why
it
was Valve promoting Super Raid? What the fuck, Valve?
takes a turn for the
I'm kidding, Valve.
bizarre
Please
when
don't
the player begins
send a
to
hit squad.
abruptly float.
Ah, hello? Physics? Of course. Even physics doesn't like him.
The camera in RTX once more begins to move, traveling from a large gray checkered room to a new gray checkered room just as the player in Portal 2 dies. The new area in Portal RTX is similar to the last one. However, a long rectangular shadow stretches across the room. It's at this point where things get extremely strange, as if they weren't strange enough.
Ow.
Anomi loads into a new demo that starts with the player grabbing a cube, before falling into an area that does not exist in the game.
Wee, what? Well, obviously, if it's there, it exists. Stop shooting at the
Once
wall.
more, we see another example of the Interlope command's ability to alter and
Oh,
create
Jesus.
maps. Now, the player finds themselves in a map that has been altered into a massive maze. The player begins to robotically navigate it. Remember back in episode 2 when it was theorized that the aimless wandering Type 3 demos were speculated to be gameplay from one map transposed onto another? Perhaps these
Probably
aimless
Portal?
wandering demos were for something like this. A giant maze built under the map. The tension in the scene begins to build. A discordant piano tune starts to play.
Ooh, a
At one
Discord
point,
piano,
the player
yes.
freezes at
Like
what
Discord
looks like a blue
e-dates.
doorway, as if considering traveling
Down there,
towards
we're
it,
moving as well.
but
God, I
takes a
need the
sudden
green
turn to the
screen. It would be
right
so
and
much fun that I can
continues
actually
wandering the
point
maze.
shit.
The music amps up as the player navigates the maze in the demo until something weird happens.
Do we see hentai? Oh! Light. Flashing lights.
As the player explores the maze in Portal 2, the camera moves forward in RTX to reveal a brightly lit doorway. This is what was casting that rectangular shadow. In Portal 2, the player falls through a chasm in the floor, while the player in RTX simultaneously begins to walk through the door without Anomi's input. As the player approaches, A small key and a small lock can be
Key that
spotted
looks like
on
a
the right
face.
side of the door frame. And just as the door is
That look
reached,
like a face
the
instead of a
Portal
key, but
RTX
okay.
client crashes as Portal 2 begins to rapidly rebuild cube maps. Among the rapidly flashing images, for one frame you can catch a glimpse of
Jesus.
something odd. The source sample tool. Suddenly, OBS crashes and Anomade loses connection to the stream.
OBS.
Things stay like this for the next couple of minutes. Just imagine being in my shoes watching this live for the first time, unaware of what could possibly happen next. Needless to say, cheeks were clenched. As the stream is
Why?
offline and Anomi is presumably trying to wrangle back control of it, something bizarre begins to happen. A brief glimpse of a figure in the checkered void can be caught. It's very hard to make out, but squint hard enough
Umbrella
and you can
Man.
find that this is a model of the Half-Life 2 player character. In Half-Life 2, you
never
probably
mind,
think you're
the
playing
Umbrella
as Gordon
Man.
Freeman, right? Wrong. Go into third-person perspective while playing the game, and you can see that you're actually playing as a gray
Oh my
stationary
god, what the
model.
fuck?
This gray
You're
model
playing
has
as an
been
alien.
nicknamed Semper by the community. But what the hell is it doing out here in the void? And more importantly,
Just chilling here.
what the hell is
Ignore him.
Anomi doing off-stream? After an agonizing few minutes, Anomi finally regains control. He begins to mention an incident that occurred after testing Counter-Strike Source.
They started using his
However,
PC to mine
the last time
Bitcoin.
we saw Anomi was during the Portal 2 incident,
The
which
spookiest of
partially
them all.
explains what Anomi must have been doing after the crash. He theorizes that some unknown party might have been purposefully sabotaging his stream.
They DDoSed
After
him.
that, Anomi says goodbye, and the stream ends. Later, a more
FSK DDoSed
condensed
them.
version of the stream would be uploaded separately as a video, and in this upload, Anomi further elaborates on what happened after the crash. As it turns out, following the Portal incident, Anomi didn't even know that the stream went down. According to him, the Portal 2 client crashed and Portal RTX was nothing but a white screen with music playing in the background. Then, Anomi recreates what supposedly happened while experimenting with Counter-Strike Source.
Okay. Go up. Look down, please. Refresh the
This
thing.
is not the only game this has happened to. Every Source game now spawns Anomi into this checkered void. Anomi's investigation has officially hit a brick wall.
Oh, that's
There's
trippy.
no way to generate new demos because there's no games left to test. However, we still don't know everything, and there could possibly be some new leads to explore. I mean, considering the fact that there's still like 10 episodes of the series left to go, you can probably intuit Anomi finds a
I
way
got
past
bored,
the
so I made a
setback.
game.
This new checkered void Anomi finds himself in is not the Red Room from Portal RTX. It's much more vast and gray. There could still be things left to explore in here, and judging by the stream interruption during the OBS crash, it looks like there's something out there in the void waiting to be discovered. All that's
Well, but
left
done though.
is to explore into the vast
That's
dark
how every single
unknown.
bad thing in Cthulhu
Find
happens. By discovering it. Stop discovering shit. Oh my god, old YouTube. Oh my god, old YouTube. Jesus.
But before we dive back
I
into
prefer the new
Anomi's
version of
investigation,
YouTube,
there was
the
some
looks of it.
interesting developments on the Idamona channel that would completely change how we view the interloper mystery.
Oh, wait though.
In this video, we see Ida encounter a strange entity on CP Steel in TF2. Earlier, in Ida's ghost hunting video, Ida shows screenshots of what he believes to be his game being haunted. It
Okay.
appears you're about to watch one of these encounters play out in video.
I highly doubt that's his game, because
seems like Ida is the
that's
only
way
person
too
capable
much of a
of seeing
simple
whatever
knife
this
for
thing
someone that
is.
has
The person
109
playing
hours
with
on
him
just
is
Demo Man.
presumably a friend, and they happen to have the same voice heard in Ida's interloper investigation. That means
The
he's
Sky
been
the Cat
getting a voice
Investigator,
actor
yeah.
for his videos. We've never heard Ida's actual voice.
I think it's a
At
ghost.
the beginning of the video, you can see
Oh
the
my
entity
god,
cycle through multiple
Jesus Christ, there are like 4
forms
pixels on the
before
screen.
settling on a T-posing scout. This could possibly be the same type of entity as the heavies we saw in the Fortress Type 5 demo.
Stop stabbing him. He's suffering enough. What the fuck do you want?
At the end of the video, the entity flies outside of the skybox
Yep.
and crashes Ida's
R.I.P..
game. Looking down at the description, we get a little bit more context as to what's happening in the video. We find
Original upload April 1st, 2012 views, 450 likes, 12 dislikes, 4. Original description. We finally got one of the crashes on camera. I also tested and confirmed my hypothesis on what this ghost is doing. My Team Fortress 2 has been unplayable due to crashes and blue screens. I'm surprised this video works. We can also confirm my thesis. See the map at the end.
finally caught one of the crashes on camera.
Oh, that's
I
Ida
also
or
tested
Adam.
and confirmed my hypothesis on what these ghosts are doing. My TF2 has been unplayable due to crashes and blue screens. I'm surprised this video works. This also confirms my thesis. See the map at the end. So it appears that Ida calls this entity a crasher, a very fitting name seeing as
Crasher.
they crashed the game when encountered. Despite their similarities,
That does sound
these
like
crashers
something
don't appear to be the same type of entity
your person in a
as the
multiplayer game would
Umbrella
do.
Man. In every appearance of the Umbrella Man, they seem calculated, purposeful. But this crasher
Ow.
acts much more mechanically and erratically. But what does Ida mean with that
It's like
last
an AI.
sentence? What hypothesis
We
does
can
this
also
video
confirm my
confirm, and
thesis. See
what's
the map at the
point of
end.
this map shown at the end of the video? Longtrap
The way he
already showed us
flew,
that
I guess?
maps are connected in the source engine and can be reached by flying through the void. So, by following the crasher's
He went
trajectory,
home, it
Ida must
goes
have been able to reach
home.
something way outside of the map that he was not meant to find. This weird crash video was uploaded in 2012, but 2 years later, in 2014, after Ida's breakdown and channel deletion, he would personally give someone a new video.
Okay, of
I
course.
was unsure whether or not to release this video as it was personal, but decided it should go up. This was sent to me by his old video partner who gave me the full Steam message that came along with it.
This is
it.
oh yeah, he's
I'm
reading
done
it.
for good.
Okay.
What do you mean? What is this? I'm leaving you the last coordinate.
Why is he skipping? It doesn't say what do you mean. It says what the fuck do you mean? What the fuck is this?
Please check in a year or two to make sure that it's gone. This is it. Goodbye. Ida didn't work alone. He had a partner. And
That
it can't
the
be Mona
fuck
because,
next to
well,
what
you
is
know,
important, sir. Ah,
his collaborator
R.I.P.
was the person seen playing TF2 with him in the Weird Crash video. The person who voices all of his ghost hunting videos. But why was Ida reaching out to this
ghosting,
guy after going
ooh.
mental and deleting all of
Oh my
his
god, 2023.
content? All we have
Chat,
to go
2023
off
was
of
3
right
years
now is
ago.
the footage the archivist was able to obtain.
Just for your information. Not that that's what I'm looking at
This
in the
clip
left.
seems to be the Weird Crash video, but played from what looks to be the
Oh,
DM
by the way,
editor.
chat, 2013. Wrong way. Where's my finger? Cat. Hello, cat. Do you want me to show you to the stream? Go Behana. Oh, man. Come on, you're free now. It is free.
This time,
I'm a
however,
scoutman. Oh,
things
hell
played
yeah.
out much
I also like
differently.
playing Sky. I prefer to play as a sniper because I always like sniping people in games like that. That's why I really want to do a stream of Sniper Elite or kind of a challenge run or something of Sniper Elite. Sounds fun. I mean, I have so much ideas for videos, but I'm afraid to make them. I don't know how people will, I guess, accept them. Or if I'm gonna be able to make them good. And I don't like that. But I have so many ideas for videos. Sniper gaming, yes. Wah. Hello, Scout. So that's supposed to scare me? The sound of the game crashing is scaring me more than the
Source
Scout.
Sample tool, the same program we saw during the Portal 2 incident, hidden inside a single frame. And by looking towards the
Sniper gaming.
Another request for John, if you could say Sniper Gaming.
Mint, what am I looking at and who's that person?
Sniper Gaming.
I would assume it's the. I would assume it's the. Oh, the voice of Sniper. Okay, I was about to say that. Sniper Gaming. Damn. Wait, is that the TF? Is that a TF sniper in CS:GO?
John, if you could say Sniper Gaming.
Sniper Gaming. Hell yeah. Of course, chat. Sniper
Alongside
Gaming.
The screen, you can make out
Well,
some
my Sniper
very
Gaming
similar
looks a bit
UI
different. I
elements to the
don't normally
DM
hit
editor.
things,
Is
but
it possible this source sample tool is a feature of the DM editor? But what is its purpose? During the clip, you can see a timeline with a clip on it. This is a clip taken from in-game and has somehow been tampered with. Perhaps the purpose of this tool is for editing demo files. It would connect the demos, dynamic NPCs, and a DM editor together. As for the
oh.
coordinates in the video's description, they seem to be a way to navigate the near limitless
I'm leaving you the last coordinates, numbers and letters. Please check in a year. Okay.
source void. These coordinates seem to be pointing towards the location where Mona was deleted.
It
If
looks like
that's
colors.
true, then that frames this video in a whole new light. Ida wants his video partner to check if something is gone. The video is titled "It's Inside My
He wants to check if
Computer, Here's Proof."
Mona
From what
is
we have to work
deleted.
with,
If Mona
it
is
looks like Ida
dead.
didn't truly delete Mona.
Of course
or at
he
least
didn't.
The spirit inside of her. All he did was delete their shell.
Yeah, I would
Now,
assume so.
Mona is free. Ida believed these
The
were
AI
ghosts,
is outside
and now
of
he's being
the-
punished for toying with them as if one was haunting his
The
computer.
NPC.
This video shows that there are very real consequences.
What do you mean
for
haunting
diving
your computer? Brother, what the fuck? It's an AI. It's not haunting your computer. It's just fucking molesting it. Cleanse your PC and it will be fucking gone.
deep into the mystery and treating these entities like playthings. Hopefully, Anomi can treat Ida Mona like a cautionary tale
It's in your
as he
drive
continues his
somewhere.
investigation
Just change
to
your drive and you'll be
episode 5
fine.
of Interloper.
Jesus. It's haunting your PC. Of course it is. And I'm haunting your walls. Change your fucking wallpaper. Yeah, he's just toying with code, thinking like that. He's balking the system because he doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, I mean that's true, but like being in the computer and doing the thing he's doing, and the first way of thinking you have is, oh no, it's not AI or a program or something. Oh no, it's a fucking ghost. Because of course the first way we're going is the fucking supernatural, chat. Remember, if you don't know about something, then it's a conspiracy theory. And remember, the airplanes above they have chemtrails. Ooh, oh, please use your brains, people. I'm getting off topic. The boomer tampers with the nuclear power plant. Oh no. I hope he's not messing with that, because I would like to at least live to 30. Well, I'll be dirty. I don't know why I like to say those words the British way.
This
30.
episode opens with the introduction of the Flash
Technology. FB, forward, backwards, forwards, right, left, up, I guess? On, off,
This
now,
is a
off.
series of
What?
inputs that's a hidden cheat code for Half-Life 2. Upon inputting the
Ooh,
code,
Jesus, sir.
it will result in completely random effects on the game. Anything from completely distorting the
One
world
moment, chat.
around
Sumimasen, chat.
you to something as simple as changing the color of your crosshair. or at least it used to. This bug does not work in modern versions of Half-Life 2.
Well,
At some point
it's a
over the
bug,
years,
I would
the cheat
assume.
code was either removed or simply grew incompatible with later builds of the game.
Or
Thankfully,
both.
it's still possible to play on an early build of Half-Life 2 thanks to the console ports. After experimenting with emulating Half-Life 2 on his computer,
Look at my boy,
discovers
he's
that the
gorgeous.
flash command still functions within the old
Oh,
original
God.
Xbox port of the game. So he's able to experiment with the cheat code for himself, which
Not
leads
entirely
to
sure
a
what the
whole
cheat code
assortment
does,
of
but okay.
uncanny outcomes. We're not quite
We're
certain
leaving the
yet
world.
just how flash nuking relates to the interloper mystery. And just as abruptly as it's introduced to the series, Anomi changes the subject back to interloper. This is the start of something you'll notice while watching episode 5. It's a bit scatterbrained. Multiple parts of the video aren't completely edited, and there's multiple moments where things that were supposed to be cut from the final video remain regardless. The first few episodes
Okay.
never seemed like this.
They
Anomi
helmet
used
crack
to be the one
or
in
creak.
control, but it's almost as if someone is in charge.
How many hours are we in? An hour and something. An hour and 28 minutes. About the correct reaction time for me. I mean, if I manage to reach 2 hours at the end of the stream, I'll be happy. 18 years ago, a strange video game mystery was uncovered in the game Half-Life 2. The mystery began as a Rule 34 page for forum thread on the website rule34.net.
Charge of Anomi now. Is
Cool.
he hiding things from the audience?
Half-Life 2.
Are there more to things with the
Schmorn.
flash nuke that he just can't tell us?
Don't know if Twitch
Well,
likes or
I can
dislikes
promise
that
you
word.
Flash nuking is very much relevant to the series, and we'll learn more about this strange code in due time. This episode continues with a recap of all the Type 5s that have been confirmed to exist so far in the
It's pretty
series.
called
However, there's a
Misty.
new addition to the list.
Oh,
Helmet Creek.
I
This
thought
Type
we were
5
gonna
originates
talk
from
about the
original
left one.
Half-Life 2 forum post that kicked the series off. A video file of it has been fully recovered and is now in Anomi's possession. So here is that demo.
They have the feed. I have never heard of that game. Generally. Oh, it's VR again. Oh my god, they are short. Men were playing as one of Santa Claus dwarfs. Dwarfs? Elves. Apparently Santa Claus is in Lord of the Rings. Also, why are we flashing lights? I have a flashing light. English is not English anymore, sorry chat. What? So RIP, I guess. Oh, it's the Umbrella Man. But without an umbrella, I guess. Start praying to him immediately. Never mind, that's an NPC. Or... My theory for the demos being controlled by an AI, starting to get more and more proven. The AI is trying to resist and be sentient, but no, the hints are... Yeah, the hints are kind of preventing them from that kind of a restriction. Up, he died. Oh no, he didn't. We didn't hear the drowning sound yet. So the AI is not dead yet. Or I guess the shell. Come on, let me hear the sound. No, the shell is still fine. Also, what game is Day of the Feet?
Now
Is it
we're
still
watching
playable?
as the puzzle pieces slowly start to connect to one another. This demo appears to show a user messing with a dynamic NPC from the NPC's perspective. This scene is very similar to what played out in episode 2 with Anomi, but by simply shifting the perspective to the DM NPC, it truly showcases how terrifying it must be to be in their shoes. stuck in a completely helpless position,
Yeah,
forced
I
to
was
be
correct.
at the mercy of a powerful being that treats you as a plaything, only to be discarded like trash when it grows
Are
bored
we
of
the
you.
Umbrella
What we're
Man?
watching is completely and unquestionably morally wrong. Valve created a program that could have allowed the average person to lord over digital beings as their master. We've already seen one of the worst possible
That's what we normally do with AI in games or NPCs in games. We already do that. What do you mean? Since when is that scary? That's already what we do.
cases of this power corrupting someone.
I mean, they are probably sentient, which is the problem here.
These digital life forms into being a romantic companion completely consumed him. Imagine how many other people could have succumbed to a similar fate as Ida. Okay, well, we don't really have to imagine. But
Yeah, I was about to say that.
All we can do is hope that
AI
Nomi
psychosis.
is more careful with his investigation.
Which, as much as I want to laugh at that, it's quite understandable that it happens because the way pretty much every single LLM that exists nowadays is kind of programmed to respond in that way, kind of to reassure you, to make you feel validated, make you feel wanted, etc., stuff like that. Never be rude to you. Having AI psychosis because of that's kind of understandable. It doesn't make it better, but it's understandable why it happens. Ow.
Than his predecessor
It was sooner or later.
Because things have the potential to become disastrous.
I guess it's better that it
After
happens
the events
sooner,
of
so
episode 4, trying
the
to
sooner we
access
can
the
prepare
Int
for
menu
that, or I
doesn't
guess
bring
work
Anomi
against
to
that.
the alternate main menu screen anymore. Instead, Anomi is taken to a near
Oh,
empty
we're
map
playing chess.
consisting of just a checkerboard square in the source void. But it's not completely empty. Remember the Semper that we briefly caught a glimpse of in episode 4? Well, here it is.
While I was recording some B-roll footage, I actually did find something in the void. So I was walking around, and then I found this guy right here. I don't know exactly where he is, but I was like, that's interesting.
For some reason, an entity using this model is hidden inside of the int menu map. Even stranger is that
Maybe
by
they're-
clicking onto the portal RTX
maybe it's a
window,
dormant,
which has been
NPC,
changed to nothing
unless
but a white
you
screen
go
after
there.
the events of the last episode, the entity can be controlled via the movement keys through RTX. Anomi even has the ability to
Ooh.
cycle through different models with keyboard inputs. Crashers are the player in the DM editor, or at least some AI-controlled variation of one. Both Crashers
Claro,
and the player
it's got- oh my
have
God,
the ability to
the
change models,
pixels.
control dynamic
I can
NPCs,
smell them.
fly around, and delete NPCs at will. The controlling entity seen in Helmet Creek could be a human-controlled player or an AI-controlled machine. These Crasher entities are shaping up to be a very important piece of the Interloper puzzle. And there's
Okay.
even more to Portal RTX. Anomi discovers by recording a demo in a source game and replaying it.
I still think at some... Whoop. My prediction, hour and a half in, kind of still the same as half an hour to an hour ago, where I said, I forgot the person who we're watching right now currently, that content creator, that the one that made the ARG, basically. In the ARG, he will connect to one of the, I guess, the AIs and start talking to him, where he will learn what happened or who the bad guy is or the main bad guy is, etc., something like that.
Wait, what? That worked?
The demo will be replicated in Portal RTX in a grayscale textureless version of the world. Anomi has just found the perfect tool for venturing into the source void. Just pick a
Hell
direction
yeah.
and fly off until something happens. Sometimes for hours at a time.
Ow.
And sometimes for nothing at all, as the game will simply crash.
Kill.
After multiple unsuccessful ventures into the void, Anomi finally finds something.
Ugh. Enemy.
Oh my god.
Anomi has officially seen it for
Oh,
herself.
wha-
The maps in the source engine really are connected, and Portal
Oh, yeah.
RTX is the key.
Well,
With the knowledge that he now has, Anomi
not entirely sure why,
formulates a
but
plan.
okay.
He's going to create
Also,
a
mean, was I-
launchpad of
Was I even close?
sorts, from which
Based
he
on you
can
saying
launch a
no, I would
multitude of
assume
void
maybe a little bit.
expeditions. The place he decides on to be the launch site is GM Construct using Gary's mod.
Gotti.
Not just any
Who is
version of
Gotti?
GM Construct. Anomi specifically uses an old save of the map back
with
from
my
a time when
prediction.
Anomi was still in school. He
horse.
wanders around the save,
Mamusu
and we can
chat.
see remnants of wacky contraptions and scenes he had built
Watermelon
in the
for some
past.
reason.
It appears that Anomi chose this
God,
save
I
as
want
the launch
watermelon.
pad partially because Gary's mod is a great game for testing, but also for a reason that runs much deeper. Anomi is tying his nostalgia to the interloper mystery. His past is slowly becoming intertwined with his search for answers. As far as his expeditions go,
Yo, butt
the
plug.
process for searching the void is immensely time-consuming, and
Quite a
often
lot
ends
on
with
top
the
of that
game
as well.
crashing, almost as if there is dead zones or something in the void that crashes the application. But through sheer determination, Anomi is able to find 4 more zones in the void. Anomi showcases his discoveries via an edited montage. The visuals are clean and the soundtrack is killer, which are very good reasons you should be watching the original series first, but a more curious detail is that text of a poem is overlaid onto the footage on screen.
Ow. That's
Look to the
cool.
sky. Don't contain me. I'm not here. It's an
But you are,
addition
though.
to the video and shows us a more sentimental side of Anomi we've yet to see. After Anomi just toured his old Gary's mod save, it's possible this poem relates to his past. It's something worth
Let me
keeping
read
in
the
mental
poem.
side
I
of
do
Anomi
like
we've
poems.
Yet to see. After Anomi
Look to the sky, don't contain me. I'm not him.
just toured his old
In the dark, I'm free. Out to sea. Yeah, out to sea. And I'm just drifting here, floating from the sky X to Y. Distant light just keeps calling me. Let me fly.
worth keeping.
Oh, meant. I know we're not playing Baldur's Gate, but kind of on topic. I will make quite a substantial number of the quests in my TTRPG, kind of involving some kind of poetry, maybe a song, maybe something like this, maybe a story of some kind. I just love writing poems, basically.
Mind.
I think they sound really cool.
With Anomi showing the audience Ida's weird crash.
Like, mainly because the way I'm visualizing it, religion is not gonna be that huge in my world. Because I want to see how a world, or at least how I can make a world that doesn't really have a lot of religion in it. It never had. But instead of that, you do have a lot in the arts. I can't draw, but I can at least attempt to write something. So a lot of the world will be involving in arts, poems, songs. Well, basically what's happening here, but way more. Ow, my back.
Video.
And I
Since
also
we already
like writing
covered the
shit.
Video, this should just be
Also-
retreading old territory, right?
Get. Oh my goodness. The blur. And the 3 FPS. But also, what I mean by that is, for example, let's say a generic quest, go from A to B and be the evil person. By going from A to B, there'll be a point C somewhere in the middle between them. Kind of like, I guess, showing information about the evil person. Maybe showing them that they're not that evil or something like that. And maybe that specific portion of the quest and the story of that person will be told to a poem, a song, a story, etc., stuff like that. Ow. Hey, it's the it's Resident Evil, man.
Out, an Umbrella Man was watching Ida from a distance, cold and calculating. Ida was right. He actually is
Okay,
being
Mr. Blue
stalked
Eyes.
throughout his source games by a malicious press.
You know what? You know what the funny thing is, chat? In Cyberpunk, something like that literally happens. Spoilers, I guess. Spoilers for Cyberpunk 2077. When you're doing the quest for the Moraleses, the 2B mayor of Night City, you kind of get involved in a mass brainwashing operation, or kind of against that. And when you're delivering the information to Morales about, oh yeah, the company that you paid to protect you, and maybe Night Corp, Yeah, they're changing your memories. They're deleting and rewriting memories and the way you think and function. Do with that what you will. And then the quest ends, and then when you turn in the distance in one of the terraces, or balconies, I guess, you see Mr. Blue Eyes, which is basically, imagine the G-Man from Half-Life, something, he looks similar to that, but with blue eyes. And in the DLC, he's there everywhere. I hope in the next game, in like 6 years maybe, we will learn who that is, because I'm extremely curious.
Another example
or maybe his
being incredibly intelligent.
story will continue somehow, some way.
To take care of DM NPCs. There is more to these entities than we think. That's not all. Notice how this recording has a much higher resolution than the one uploaded to the archive channel? Looking at the bottom left corner of the screen, you can see that the name of the user is Johan. Could this be Ida's real name? Maybe we'll find out later. But in the meantime, let me ask another important question.
Will that in Spanish be read as Johan? Genuine question. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
How exactly is this recording in such better quality than the one on the archive channel?
Water.
That footage is so crusty you can count the pixels.
I said the same thing.
You can clearly read all of the
Great
text
minds think alike, chat.
Reading the description
Subscribe to the person that we're watching.
Upload, you can see that the files for this
go and sub to the what show. Do the same.
recording were sent to the archivist from Ida's old video partner. So there's 3 parties responsible for this archived upload. Ida, who recorded it, Ida's video partner, who received it, and the archivist, who had the file sent by.
Oh, I also like receiving it, chat. It feels good.
This recording in such high quality, then it must mean
especially from Golf Mummies, yes.
Whether
Who
that
said
be
that?
the archivist himself, Ida's old
Damn
video
weird
partner,
people.
or possibly even Ida himself. Since that's the case,
Where's my
why
lobotomizing
is he
stick?
hiding that from the
I'm
audience?
getting nervous.
What reason does Anomi have for not disclosing where he received this high-quality footage from? Is Anomi
Someone
really as
maybe
trustworthy
repeated
as he
it?
paints himself to be?
Nope. Interloper creepypasta. Spooky. Ooh, holy fuck, that's from 2011. That's 15 years ago. Wait, people born in 2011 are 15? People born in 2011 exist? Nah, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. They don't. They simply don't exist. Jesus. Okay, this video is titled 2005-2008 Half-Life. A little bit fucking slowly though. Slower, I can't speak English anymore. 2005 to 2008 Half-Life 2 source clip collection. Ooh, sorry. The video was published on YouTube channel named Slocko? 7 Loco? It's only uploaded on the channel as if something.
It's me, Waffler, and I've actually.
No, it's simple compilation of okay.
Dear God.
Dear God. Okay, that was funny though. Creepy secret. Or secret. I don't know why we're secreting something, but. Who is the G-Man? Meant genuine lore question for Half-Life. Do we know who the G-Man is, or any kind of more important things about him? No, okay, because I don't remember anything about Half-Life 1, and that's the only Half-Life I've played. Is he's saying one of 3 things. It's eating me, it's teething me like a baby chewing on things because their teeth are growing, or someone is teething him, and I'm not entirely sure why he's complaining. Ah! He stopped. He was being eaten. Oh, R.I.P. boy. Get on, bitch. Okay. Something happened. And we turned off reverse gravity.
Misty
Ah,
was
we
one of
found
the
Misty.
original Type 5s generated back in 2005. It had been missing for over 15 years. In the video,
Jesus.
a dynamic NPC drags a body of a cheaple model through City 17. To the unaware, this cheaple model is used to save resources when rendering civilian models from far away. This model is not intended to be viewed this close up, and its low poly count and low texture quality gives it a very unsettling appearance. The cheapo model in the demo keeps repeating the same phrase, and over the years I have heard many interpretations of what this entity could possibly be saying, but in the end,
we're watching things about a Half-Life. I'm not entirely sure why the lies only a half, but we're watching an ARG about it. Good. Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
I think the phrase is just unintelligible. It really doesn't matter what the cheaple is saying, as the dynamic NPC
I'm starting Ace Combat, let's go! I'm extremely excited about the new Ace Combat game. Well, I'm gonna be watching it, because I never played any other Ace Combat game, so I want to start from 1. Oh, I can imagine the good graphics in it. Oh, I would be able to smell the pixels for like the 8th time. I'm also simping for the character in the new Ace Combat game, because holy... I'm also simping for the planes, because have you seen them? They look sick as fuck. Ow.
Regardless, after having cinder blocks thrown at its squishy forehead, the cheaple activates like a sort of trap.
Wait, for the 8th time I just clogged out. What do you mean 8th time?
Bounds into the skybox, a fate we've seen multiple dynamic NPCs
so we bring the definitive edition.
What? Where the demo ends.
What is the difference? Is there? Oh, I guess what does the definitive edition gives you? I have one thing I fear the most about this ARG. Yes. What does it mean?
No.
Thematically haunting soundtrack. Yeah. Or haunting. I mean, the music stopped. There is nothing much happening there sound-wise. Ah, another person. Hello. So get Ace Combat 8 3 days before it comes out, and Ace Combat 0. Oh, hell yeah. I really want to play... Well, all of the Ace Combat games, I like funny playing games, but I want to... Okay, game. Or ARG, stop it. But I want to play it on a kind of controller. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. The one where you play funny playing games with. When you actually love funny playing games. Finished Project Wingman. I have watched Project Wingman from Breaking. That game looks sick. And extremely orange. Like quite a lot of orange. Do you know what the funny thing is, Chad? If I play any kind of funny playing game with on VR, I am, how to put it lightly, extremely terrified of heights. And I think me playing a funny playing game will probably kill me on stream. I will not be able to survive that. And it is hard to say, ooh. Also, I'm pretty sure Bricky made... well, official and unofficial ad for press, and she's so cute. But I'm so terrified of heights. Let's say I'm on the first floor of a building. I cannot look down from the window. When I do, my knees give out. They're not there anymore. They're jelly. I've been... Was that a face? I've been like that since I can remember myself. Funny skeleton sounds. Ah, it was a face.
In the final moments of it, the dynamic NPC is turned into another cheapo model by the Umbrella Men, further lending credence to the theory that Umbrella Men will turn DM NPCs into traps to lure others of its kind.
Ooh.
The Umbrella Men have repeatedly shown themselves to be insanely intelligent predators.
Wow, it's an AI.
The question,
Time to
just
start the
what
first
is
mission.
the
Let's
extent
go.
of that intelligence? There's an easy to
Good luck, pilot. Please crash in the enemy. I don't know if it's possible in that game, but
This detail after the DM NPC is teleported out of bounds. The NPC tries to speak, but the only phrase that comes out is a Dr. Kleiner voice line from Half-Life 2.
No fiddlesticks. What now?
This voice line is
Good luck
often
on the-
used in
good
place
luck
of
for the
recent
enemies,
audio files
yes.
in the source engine, like
was that Persona?
Kleiner voice line from Half-Life 2.
Was that Persona music there?
What now?
This voice line is often used in place of missing audio files in the source engine, like the
No, I
audio
don't think it
equivalent
is.
of an error sign.
It sounded.
No. What fiddlesticks?
It sounded like
It's
Persona
also
music.
not the first time we've heard it in the series. I can't blame you if you don't remember, because it's
Also, Chad, I had a question that I got. Do we know why the games are called Half-Life? I guess what is the reason for that? If there is any.
a detail I only ever noticed on one of my many rewatches.
Oh,
The
fiddlesticks.
exact
Because
moment
half
the
your
Umbrella
life
Man
has gone.
graffiti returns to Ravenholm,
Makes
the same
sense.
audio
Thank
can
you.
be heard. Just like the wind chime sound effect that
Oh,
signifies the
fiddlesticks,
Umbrella Man's
because it's
presence,
half
there's
god.
a clear correlation between this Dr. Klein
That's probably shows the fact I do not remember anything from Half-Life 1. I played Half-Life 1 maybe close to 10 years ago. Oh, fuck, I was 14. Jesus. I remember nothing, and that's the only Half-Life game I've played. Maybe we should do a Half-Life, I guess, streams where I played. Wait, how many games are there? Oh, 2 of them. Well, I guess, both of them.
voice line.
'Cause we are not
in
getting
The
a third one.
Umbrella Man. After its recovery and confirmation that this was
Valve
in
does not
fact
like
the
it that
Lost
much.
Light 5
It was
demo,
supposed to be
this game
called
will
Half
uploaded
Dead.
onto a notice
Half-Life sounds
channel,
better.
Mostly unedited, save for one edition. On the bottom right
Misty has been found. I mean, Misty's in
name of a website.
Night City. Project Skybox. It has a funny Minecraft
Project Skybox
Playstyle.
is a small collective of video game and internet enthusiasts turned digital archaeologists. We hunt down and try to solve various mysteries.
Basically what happened to Gordon is that half of himself has died. Oh. Okay. Or in control of some forces outside of him. Okay. I would assume it has to do with the hive mind. My brain farted. I would assume it has to do something with the hive mind. And maybe we'll learn that in Half-Life 3.
That have either become incredibly obscure.
I wish we
or
get Half-Life 3.
borderline lost to time.
That'll
Many
do.
believe everything on
Chad, can you imagine if Valve just suddenly drops Half-Life 3 with no trailer, with no teaser, with no news about it, and they just drop it? The internet will go fucking wild for like a month, and then they'll forget about it. The same with everything. Half-Life Alyx will also also prove the title. Oh, okay. I need to play the Half-Life game. The story sounds cool as fuck.
online stays in the
Also, it's
collective
extremely
conscious
grim.
forever. But this is simply not the case. Every day, stories, memories, and tales are lost and forgotten. Threads are deleted, and people simply forget. Our mission is to find that which has been completely forgotten and bring it back to life, so to speak. We
What?
generally source our own investigations, but will happily accept suggestions for things to look into. Looks like some kind of organization has become intertwined with the interloper.
Wait, mentioning Half-Life Alyx, Chad, did you know one of the main people that worked on Half-Life Alyx was a Bulgarian? And a lot of the map of the city was modeled after the capital city of Bulgaria, Sofia. We are everywhere, except Bulgaria. But literally, we are everywhere. We are like a pest.
investigation. There's been hints in the past that this search extended beyond Anomi, such as the mysterious
not entirely sure
person
the
Anomi
Death
was
Note
talking
character
to during
does in that video,
episode
but
2.
I guess he's
now
here.
We can finally place a name to it. Perhaps this Project Skybox Collective is responsible for Anomi's unreliability. But what exactly has this organization been up to? Remember the original
Nothing
Half-Life
good.
2 forum that unearthed the interloper mystery? The forum has been almost entirely lost, but the collective have managed to recover it. Well,
Ooh.
a good portion of it at least. There are large chunks that are still missing, but what we do have of the thread paints a good picture for how the mystery was
That
initially
reminds me
discovered.
of that reminds me of the Warframe ARG, because I don't know if you knew that they DE themselves made an ARG about the 1999 update on Warframe. It was so good. Well, I think it was a bit. I'm not entirely sure if it was before or after the update actually, but it was really good.
Anyone see that weird graffiti in Ravenholm? It's
No.
in the beginning parts, in the dark alley parts. Very creepy, if you ask me. Is this a glitch or what?
Yes,
And
yes,
when
it
you
is.
walk up to it, there's a weird noise. Is this a G-Man?
In the alley in the intro?
How is the bug speaking to
The
us? Stop
dark
it.
one or the one with the light in it? I checked both and didn't see anything.
Sorry, I don't know how to upload a screenshot, but start chapter, we don't go to Ravenholm, and instead of going straight, go right to the stairs past the body and the head crab canister, and look in the dark corner with flashlight. There's a really creepy G-Man graffiti there. Why would they put it in such a
I was correct. It
creepy,
is the
dark
G-Man.
place?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, that one. It's nothing special. This is just another
It's the
default graffiti
Umbrella
like in the
Man.
rest of the game. You can see this exact one everywhere. It's not special. Plus, they had lots of weird graffitis like the Combine Evolution on the coast levels with the Combine Outpost. This one is probably just randomly thrown in, judging by how they put it inside the floor. Is it G-Man? I don't know, maybe. But I think G-Man art shouldn't count as an actual G-Man sighting. Then we'd have 5 million G-Mans in the game, which would defeat the whole purpose.
Okay.
WTF. Big WTF here, guys. First off, sorry for the necro. Second, turns out OP was really onto something here. Not even kidding. This isn't a joke. So I was searching through the graffiti textures because I was making a level for my mod when I noticed that there was only one Umbrella Man graffiti in my files. Which was weird because I remembered searching for the dark variant last year because of this thread. But I eventually found the file on an old machine of mine, and holy smokes, it actually exists.
Holy
it's called
smokes.
Decal Graffiti 308B. Thing is, I wrote it off as being a bitmap error, but the actual file itself is corrupt for some reason. Out of curiosity, I dove into it with a hex editor to see if it's some kind of Steam server error or something, but I found out there's a freaking ASCII message embedded inside the image that says, for JJ, console interloper, unknown command interlope, console
Oh
get
my
S
god,
interlope
SKL.
27015.
Or ASCII.
This is why Decal Graffiti...
Oh, I remember playing Dwarf Fortress with it. I guess I tried playing the old version of Dwarf Fortress. I understood nothing. And then I went to the newer version of Dwarf Fortress and I understood everything because we actually have graphics there.
38B is all glitchy on the bottom. Sounds unbelievable enough, right? Well, for the hell of it, I decided to type these into console just like this, and it actually did something. Like, it actually worked. Seriously, try it yourself. It's super weird. It makes your screen flash and then sends you back to the main menu.
J-Man is able to find the secret message hidden inside of the Umbrella Man decal.
Is that the battle of
and
the G-Man?
presumably
The
becomes
J-Man?
the first average person to use the interloper commands. Although the others in the thread are
2006.
skeptical at
I was
first,
4.
they'd eventually try the commands for themselves and witness with their own eyes that it was all true. Naturally, the forum users would begin to rapidly generate demos. It's worth noting that in 2005, during the thread being active, the F-Sky servers were likely still online, so people could generate demos without worrying about any time constraints, causing a massive pile of demos to be generated amongst everyone in the
Hell
thread.
yeah.
Included amongst the many demos generated during this period is this demo generated by a user named Ugrok7.
Okay. Not that sure what we're watching. What are we watching? But
This demo may look familiar to
something
you.
shooting at
That's
something.
because the same exact demo was also generated during episode 2 of Interloper, over 15 years apart from each other. Perhaps the interlope command doesn't randomly generate demos on the spot.
Of course it
but rather
doesn't.
pulls a demo
There's a
from
giant
database
pile
and
of
transfers
them.
it over to your PC. It would make sense as to why the command to interlope is pull. because you are pulling a demo from the F-Sky servers onto your system.
Of course you're not generating
Just how
them.
large could this F-Sky database be? And how many demos are stored in it?
At least
As the
two.
forum goers generate demos, more and more interesting things happen. A user named 7 Local Source remains
Oh
entirely
my god, chat, we're not even on 2 hours yet. Jesus fucking Christ.
skeptical of the situation.
It's
even
been
after
3
other
hours.
users generate their own demos. This user would go on to be the person to upload Misty to YouTube. Even all these years later,
Oof.
it looks like he only ever believed the interloper mystery to be a massive hoax, and labeled Type 5 demos as nothing more than machinimas.
Wait,
An unknown user-
chat, have you ever had something similar to that level of an ARG or mystery outside of the G-Man from, like, directly from Valve? Like, any in their games? Just took a big fat burger.
claims to have generated a possible Type
Massive
5
honking
involving Barney from
burger.
Half-Life 2 dying, although it's never been seen. It's never been confirmed whether this Barney dying Type 5 was just the
Yeah.
user telling the truth or lying about generating a Type 5 to look cool. This thread would also serve as the origin place of Misty, Spooky Coast, and Helmet Creek. Type 5 demos may be rare, but with multiple people generating demos
Diarrhea.
non-stop with zero time constraint, it makes
Wait,
sense
but if you cast it diarrhea, it ain't gonna be big, fat, massive or honking. It's just gonna be water.
quite a few Type 5s
That's what the spell does. It
during
heals
this
you,
period.
but it gives you
Over the course
diarrhea.
of a year, activity on the forum would slowly fizzle out as people lost interest in the mystery. The final message in the thread comes from a user named Yanamature, attempting to necro the dead thread for answers to no avail. The interloper mystery seems to have died here until Ida's investigation years
Big
later
diarrhea,
would breathe a small
yes.
amount of life back into it. The last
And then
tab on
Elizabeth
the
shits herself.
ProjectSkybox.net website
What makes you
shit?
I bring you mega diarrhea, and then you shit yourself.
Divisions 91,
Then you get embarrassed and die from a heart
Showcase
attack.
22. Digivisions was a CGI
Jesus
and
Christ.
computer graphics conference that ran from 1980 to 1993 in various locations throughout North America and Europe. Digivisions was somewhat of a closed-door conference, restricted to professionals to show what they were working on and what their teams had achieved in the growing field of computer graphics. Conference locations were often small venues spanning about 3 to 4 days of talks, showcases, and promotional videos for up-and-coming technology. During
Okay.
the Digivision's 1991 conference, near the end of the third day of showcases, a small CGI development startup had slated a 50-minute time slot for something called Showcase
Wait, Mint?
22.
I don't know why I got the question from here, but do you think Twitch has prepared, I guess, the problem they had with people lurking? Because a couple of months ago, they made a change where lurkers is not gonna, they do not count anymore toward your views, so they can prevent bot farmings. Do you think that's still there? The mastermind behind it all, the British eel.
Note, it was probably not the 22nd showcase of the event. Most of what we know about Showcase 22 comes from second-hand accounts of the showcase, and some rumored remarks about
I like
its
the mask in the
presence
background
at
though.
Digivision.
Yes, you're still there.
The
For
showcase
fuck's
was
sake.
created by a small British company called Fortu, who couldn't attend the conference,
That's
which was
bullshit.
in California. The showcase consisted of a set of tapes, which was given
Most
to
of the people watching me are lurkers. That's bullshit. I mean, they count in for like a second or two. I mean, second or two, like a minute or two, and then they don't anymore. And that's bullshit.
the organizers of Digivisions to play at the 4 p.m. time slot of their showcase.
Oh, there's workaround for the lurking.
video
Okay.
being shown,
Okay,
with
good. They changed
basically
it.
No information given to any of it.
Oh
The
no.
video
I know, but even then, if you're lurking, you are not counted as a viewer anymore. Even with the tab, I think, so they can prevent bot farming. I think it was like that.
was broken up into sections, separated by black screens.
Like,
with
if
white
someone is not
text.
typing in the chat,
Written
they're not counted as a viewer. That was the problem. I don't know if they fixed it.
all capital letters and in 3 languages.
Oh, no,
The
if I'm looking somewhere, I'm doing that.
demonstrations would
Otherwise,
quickly follow
you're not
each title
counted
card.
anyway.
The demonstrations themselves were described as weird, avant-garde, dated, and
Interviews, okay.
creepy or unsettling. One second-hand account described it as decades out of date. It was made particularly stranger by the fact 4.2 provided no information about what was being shown. Initially, there was only a small group of 5 or so
You're just muting the
people
stream
watching the presentation,
or opening a new
but
tab, yeah.
eventually, a group of about 30 people converged on the conference to see what everyone was talking about. After about 20 minutes, the organizers turned off the tape following a particularly unsettling demonstration being played.
One moment, chat.
Called Lilic. The showcase was
You have 7 more
subsequently cut short
minutes.
from there. Later,
Oh,
the
minus 4, but
organizers and a few guests looked over the tapes and found that 4.2 actually sent 3 tapes, meant to be played in a sequence. They
Okay.
later determined that the organizers
Oh my God,
accidentally
tapes.
played tape 2. Altogether, the 3 tapes actually accounted for 120 minutes of demonstration, with the first tape only offering a surface-level explanation for any of it in a sequence called The Anatomy of a World. When they tried to reach out to 4.2 for an explanation, they got no response, as the company seemed unreachable. Project Skybox is trying to hunt down this footage, as we believe some copies of the tapes are out of circulation, and we believe a few industry professionals and Digivision staff may have digitized the footage as recently as 2008. The current status of the Showcase 22 tapes...
when we switch from episode 6 to episode 7, we'll stop there. And then we'll continue next Monday.
A European tech company interested in the idea of artificial worlds. This isn't the first time we've seen that in the series.
What can go wrong,
I
huh?
feel as though there are too many parallels between 4.2 and F-Sky to play it off as a coincidence. I am almost certain that 4.2 evolved into F-Sky. It stated that the technology 4.2 used was archaic and out of date. Upon seeing the revolutionary Source engine and what it was capable of, 4.2 may have decided to continue their strange tech experiments with new software under a new company name. Apparently, whatever they were showing was so unsettling that the people attending the event deemed it best to shut down their presentation early.
Jesus, what the fuck did they
Entity,
do?
then it likely means that the Make-Face demo is a fraction of the footage shown at the event. And yeah, it checks out that people in the 90s would have been horrified by this. I'm horrified by it right now.
I mean, understandable, that does not look like a face.
Also,
Oh, it
the
looks like a
passage
face, but
makes a specific
she was
note
through
of
something.
how segments of the tape are broken up
Something.
with a black screen with white text written in all caps in 3 separate languages. That sounds familiar.
Okay. Oh, almost there. And
Anomi has used this screen for transitions as far back as episode 1. This screen matches the exact description
okay, so English,
given by
Japanese,
the Digivision's
and
passage.
I'm not
Anomi
entirely sure what
has
else.
been deliberately referencing 4.2 for this long without explaining anything. As time goes on,
Maybe he was in
it
the
appears
company.
more and more that Anomi is withholding information from
Well,
us.
hey, he was maybe in the company.
But why?
A switching source interloper, episode 7. Come on, YouTube, think you switched to episode 7? We can stop here. Yes. Yep. Even the Got Talent made us stop. There we go. We're out, chat. But anyway, that would be for the G's. That's interesting. No more. Wrong. Wrong. But anyway, thank you for watching. Oh my god, we're continuing the ARG next Monday, and tomorrow we're gonna be continuing with Devil May Cry. I'm excited. But anyway, thank you for watching. We're gonna see each other next time. Until then, don't forget. Have fun, everyone. Also, subscribe to the YouTube and every other things YouTube people tell you to do. Bang, 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 bang. Yes, I'll pull my devil finger now. Fart all over you, chat. But anyway, thank you for watching. We're gonna see each other next time. Until then, don't forget. Have fun, everyone. Bye, chat.